hello, he's, and NBs. How are we all doing today? Let's do our usual introduction, starting with Anne. Anne, how are you doing? Tell us about your week. How have you been?
Oh, hi. I'm good. It's been good.
Right.
Yeah.
Just living your life, hey?
Just,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry, I really put you on the spot there. I just like rushed you in.
Well, I've been writing new music for the first time in a while, so that's been really
Oh.
nice. I've been playing Pokemon Go with my girlfriend, so that's also been really fun.
Awesome.
Those are probably the two major things that have happened this last week.
I mean, it's lockdown, so that's about as major as any of us get these days. But that's awesome. The writing new music. I'm really excited to see that. Are you gonna put that on your YouTube?
Yes, everywhere.
Okay, I look forward to it.
Usually, like the pipeline for music releases is usually many, many months, but I do have a different new song coming out this next week. So that was yeah. So typically I write music and then it goes through a whole process and then it pops out on the other side many months later. So the music I'm writing now will probably be available later, but music I wrote before is coming out soon.
Oh, I get it. Okay. Well, I look forward to both then. And then Bianca, tell us interesting new background. B, where are you exactly?
I have been kidnapped.
Oh wow,
he
tell
was
us.
pretty okay with me saying that. Don't come and get me.
Yeah. Legal reasons. This is the joke.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm blinking twice, I promise. What was the question? How was I? I am here.
Grace. Where's Dylan? Is he still in the background? Dylan, I love you.
It's like a magic trick.
I was like, how are you? We should actually. I can't believe you're still in Cape Town. Obviously, where would you have gone? Yeah, we have to have coffee.
Yeah, we have to have coffee when the country isn't on fire.
You've moved down here, hey? Is that right?
Yeah. I live in Belleville side.
Because I heard that Dylan was moving to Joburg, so I'm glad that the opposite has happened.
When did you hear that? I think he might have thought about it because
Maybe.
working remote, you can oh, am I allowed to swear or not?
Oh no, you are. I'm sorry, I just read in chat that Anne also got vaccinated.
Nice.
So
nice.
nice.
How is your arm feeling?
Love to see it.
It's fine now. It was actually the reason I forgot is because it was almost an entire week ago.
Oh, right.
So I've forgotten, but I have been, refreshing my little Band-Aid to keep it protected.
I was just about to say, like, wow, it's been a week and the Band-Aid still looks that good. Germany is built different.
They are.
Actually, that's also true.
It's true.
Speaking of Bianca getting kidnapped, the reason why we're all making sure everyone knows it's a joke is because the last time I did a live stream with Jason in the car, I was very drunk. I was very drunk and he missed my turning. So on the live stream on TikTok,
I didn't miss it.
I was like,
took a different route and
I'm being kidnapped. And everyone in the chat was like, tell us where you are.
We'll calling the police. Blink twice if you're okay.
And Jason was like, Nick, it's not your turn. He was actually going a faster way to my house, and he didn't take the way that I normally go. And I was like, I am being kidnapped. Oh my god.
Where are you taking me? I'm like, home, you dumb bitch. Where do you think?
Don't ravage me. Oh no.
Yeah, so just making extra sure that we're all on the same page with that.
Please don't call the police.
Yeah, and
if you are gonna call someone, do Uber Eats or something.
Yeah, that's much better. I'd like to be kidnapped and well fed. And Jason, I already know how you have been for the last few days because we spent the last few days together. But tell us anyway.
I've been good. I've had a good week. Yeah, Nick and I took a trip up to a wonderful animal farm sanctuary this weekend.
Oh, where?
Yeah,
it's in the Greyton area.
Yeah, it's a farm animal sanctuary that's run by a friend of mine, and Jason and I just went up for the weekend. To do some promotional footage for a fundraiser stream that I'm doing for them because they're trying to expand into a community learning center that uses some of the more social animals that they rescue because all of the animals she rescues are farm animals, and some of them like desperately require human contact, and so she uses some of those animals to teach kids empathy and compassion for animals and stuff. It's like a hardcore vegan sanctuary institution thing, which I love. But she basically just encourages. She says, "I'm not the vegan police. I'm just here to show everyone what a good time you can have with this lifestyle." And I also dropped off Biscuit. He's in a little retirement home on the farm there now, and she's looking after him. So yeah, Acedia, they don't actually have donkeys. Yeah, it's strange. He doesn't have donkeys here. No.
No, not donkeys. A lot of sheep, a lot of pigs,
cows.
a lot of geese, a
Too
lot of
many
cows.
pigs. Oh my god. One of those pigs
A lot
bit
of pigs.
me. Not this trip, but one of the
It
trips
did
I went
what?
on. The one trip I went on there, it bit me. Yeah.
I was gonna say like probably don't have donkeys because I tend to bite a bunch of
Yeah.
stuff. They're like skittish. But
Yeah.
then you
Kinda
say
mean.
pigs bit you. I was like, wow, guess
Pigs-
that solves that issue.
And
There was
every
one
time I
pig
go
that
back,
followed me and helped me film.
yes, Lucas, yeah. Every time I bring the story up with the new volunteers, they're like, "Oh, that must have been Hamilton." Like literally without fail.
They all know who the biting pig is.
I was
They're
like,
all
"Yeah, I
"It's
got bitten
Hamilton."
once years ago," and everyone I speak to is like, "That was probably
Yeah.
Hamilton." I was like,
It's an
"What?"
initiation thing.
Yeah. Pork wanted to taste long pork. Okay. Right, without further ado, let's continue. I do desperately want this to be our last session because I did say that this was a one shot a few shots ago. And here we are. I'm having a lot of fun with it, but I want to move on.
It's like going like, oh, just one shot, and then you go, we're in the ghetto. Rat-tat-tat.
Oh my god. Yeah, I know that you're dating Noob Slice when you say things like that.
Excuse me. Okay, no, actually, he
Not
showed
a
me the
white
video. I
refrigerator.
can't even deny it. Like he's the one that showed me Vine. I was never a Vine kid, so he just starts like referencing Vines, and I'm like, cool.
How long have you been dating for that he's shown you
He's a man of
Vine?
culture.
9 months. Vine
Where did he show you Vine?
on YouTube because there's
Oh.
there's like videos now.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like the
archive.
actual app, and I was like,
No,
I've been
like
friends with
too. I was
knew-
like,
I knew-
damn.
I knew Vine, but like I grew up without internet. I didn't know these apps like So I was like, cool. It's like TikTok, but of the ye old days. Of the OG TikTok. I feel like I'm
the
making
ye old day.
cringe.
Lord.
I knew Vine before.
Okay.
But
Oh,
please
okay.
don't crucify me and type in chat.
It's too late. I'm sorry. Okay. So let us start. I'm gonna drag you to for fell. I'm gonna drag you onto this board.
On this live platform. Drag me.
I'm going to play for Albinus, by the way.
Okay, yeah, you're the one that can get the sassy that he was.
Mhm.
Definitely not me.
The feeling when you are ye old day. It's me.
I'm the old day.
Can the three of you direct yourselves to the tavern?
Good lord. Okay, where am I?
Tavern, he says.
I was gonna double click on that one. There we go. Cool.
Didn't do
Got
it on purpose, but I'm there now.
Where is Maggie?
That bitch. She's dead.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh, she was pretty cool. She was
All right. Okay. So, after, oh shit, after the absolute Omega level mutant fiasco you guys experienced in the previous session, Maggie, the three of you accompany Maggie back to the inn, where she asks all of the remaining patrons to leave and say that there's been an emergency and that she needs the inn for private reasons. So you're inside, and Maggie looks at you. She is still clearly shaken by the whole experience, and she's still clinging to the sword, which you notice, and didn't notice before, you notice the tip of which is missing, as if it's been shattered just on the tip. So,
but just
So she puts the swords down on the table, and Bertolt and Rakanshi come through the door to see what's going on. Bertolt comes through first, Rakanshi second, and he looks the five of you technically, because Ben's character, up and down, and says, well, "Where have you two been?" And obviously is gesturing towards Maggie and Jayron, because he hates the rest of you. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. We do not speak of the Jacques.
Jacques. So Maggie kind of tries to tuck her hair back and, just neaten up a bit, and says, "Well, I suppose I owe the two of you an explanation. After all, it appears that you've both been accused on my behalf." And so she sits down, everybody at the table, and explains everything from start to finish. What's been going on, how she originally killed Councilman Edelweiss, how it was self-defense, and who she really is. So Rakanshi sits with this for a moment and says to the rest of you, "So, what do we do about this now?"
That's what I want to know.
What does the council need to know?
Maggie responds and says, "Need to know in terms of what?"
Do they need to know you're the daughter of what's his face? Do they need? What do we need? What are we gonna tell the council? Because we need to tell them something, but
You can't tell them anything. We don't know who on the council is part of this big cover-up. If we tell them anything, they have all the leverage they need, and they can just cover this up again like they did 15 years ago. We need to find out who on the council is part of this big conspiracy first.
So we lay bait. Tell each one of them a different story, and we see which one comes out. And then we know where the leak is.
That's brilliant. They're obviously looking for the rest of the blade. We could tell each of them a different location for the blade where we've hidden it, and see which ones go looking.
And we don't have a way of tracking, so I would almost say that we put fake blades somewhere.
Hmm.
Well, we only really need one. If they all come looking, well, that would be a problem. We don't need to actually have them see the blade. We just need to know who's looking for it.
True, yes. So I think...
I have a theory.
Yes.
I have a theory that not every member of the council even knows about the blade, but the ones who will are very likely a part of the cover-up. So all we need to do is tell them that we found the blade that was missing. We tell them we found the blade that was missing from the event 15 years ago, and see who is desperately looking for it.
Yeah, we mention it in passing. And if someone wants to talk to us about it, they can come to us. But we're tired, quote unquote. Well, we are tired, but like, tired. They should come to us. And then we see who rocks up. And then we stab.
And then we stab them.
Then we stab
them. You don't have to kill them, just, wound them a little bit.
I
We
like
just stab.
stabbing.
Maybe all but the last
know.
part. All right, well, the four of you have seen quite enough of action for today. Why don't you head to your room, and we'll formulate a proper plan tomorrow. But thank you for understanding. I was worried that if you'd found out the truth, you would try to have me arrested. That's obviously why I didn't tell any of you, and I'm very sorry about that.
It's fine, we're not the cops. But also, sorry for trying to kill you by accident, possibly.
Yeah, you're sleeping on the furthest end of the room
Yeah,
tonight.
you're
Just by
far
the
away
way,
from
like you're
us.
staying in the furthest corner.
Fair. I was gonna offer up the bed as a peace token, I guess.
No cantrips for you.
Oh my god.
Take her
Absolutely
magic
none. You are
focus
cut off.
away. You're grounded.
Okay, so that kind of concludes the conversation for that portion of the evening. Do you guys want to go upstairs and take a rest because you need to recover like
Yeah.
so much?
Yeah.
You're all feeling very tired, is what I am trying to tell you as the DM. You're feeling terribly, terribly exhausted.
Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of you
literally.
have been
Some of us have
literally
touched
dead.
the other side. Some of us saw the light.
Some
Okay.
of them became the surface of the sun, you know? Like, let's not talk about that, though.
Oh, God.
Boo-hoo.
Oh shit! I lost one of the minis. Never mind. Hang on. I'm all over the place. It's been a while since I've used this program. Okay.
It's been a while.
Okay. So, where do you put the sword?
I think we should maybe take turns keeping watch or like watching over it. That way we can complete a long rest, but also just make sure no one comes in the night to steal it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jaron, you have the alarm spell, that thingy that you did around the window, right? Last time with
I
Burger.
do.
Can you put that around the door? No one's gonna go through the window.
On the second floor, you mean?
Yeah, on the second floor. Like
It does have a radius though, so you could do both. I just don't know what the radius is. Can we find out somewhere? We can.
The radius is 30 feet.
Easy.
I think,
Oh,
yeah.
just like the whole ass room then.
Yeah, we can do the whole all of it.
Take us with your alarm.
Embrace us.
I just turned on dark mode on D&D Beyond. I don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I've been in dark mode ever since.
I love the dark mode, except my background is still really bright, and I'm like, that makes no sense. Everything is dark except the background image. I'm like,
Yeah.
How do you turn off under dark
My
mode?
life. Everyone's like, how do you know how to do everything? I do not.
And,
I
yeah.
just
push
kept
buttons.
typing
Google
pilot.
does.
Honestly, that's how I went through one of my classes in high school. They're like, "Oh, you're so good at this." Like, no, I just click on every single tab until I find it.
Or until I accidentally delete it, and then you know it doesn't matter.
And then you just restart your PC because it has to be somewhere.
Oh,
Can't save,
it's character specific. Oh, I can actually turn it off for you.
Oh, I found it. Now that you said that.
Preferences. Where did you find
cog. It's the little icon cog next to the name of the character.
it? Okay.
And then there's an underdark mode you can toggle on and off under that menu.
Oh, haha. Got it. All right.
We got this together.
We did it. It's fun. Okay. So everybody, you can actually, Jaron, you can actually use that spell, and then I'll count that as a spell that you cast before your long rest. So you'll all have everything back to the way it was. Do you guys know how to use your hit dice? Probably not, eh?
Theoretically, yes.
Hit die are so instead of, if you can't do a long rest, you can just do a short rest, and then you use this little pocket of additional dice to get health back. But you can only do it once every long rest, so it's like finite. Limited.
Well, actually, you guys are having a long rest anyway, so might as well just do that.
I understood nothing that was just said
Don't
to
worry
me,
about
and
it.
I'd like to thank you all for
fine.
that.
Okay. Thank you all for coming. This was
Thank
not
you so
fun.
much for explaining. I understood nothing.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can you guys? Do you want me to bring your characters up to the top room?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yes, please.
Be
Sorry.
a dear.
Yeah, dear.
I'm playing
Betcha,
on someone else's
don't you?
PC, so I logged into D&D Beyond on my phone. So I'm like tilting at this one. I was like, do I reset the thing?
Which room are we in?
top floor, left room.
Found it.
And then we need...
I'm on a bed.
There we go. I already...
Yeah, I'm gonna switch with Jairon because like shame. Oh wait, I can't pick up Jairon, so I was like, Jairon, take the bed. I'll sit over here. I'll take the chair.
Okay. So you all kind of like so explain to me how this watch is happening with the sword.
Well, I think first thing, once everyone's in and we're sort of like settled in the room, I'll get to work doing my little ritual spell business.
Okay. So that's gonna sound like this. I don't know.
No.
Okay. So you all have a long rest, and you are a criminal. Where is the... Oh, here it is. Okay. So you are woken up early in the morning by Maggie frantically banging at your door and screaming. Sorry, let me just grab her character. Okay, you're awoken by Maggie frantically screaming at your door. Not screaming, she's banging at your door, telling you all to wake up.
I get up and go to the door. What's up?
Where's the sword?
And I point to where I would have like kept it next to me. If
I
was
imagined
in the
myself
here.
cuddling it, honestly, but
Each one of us took turns just snuggling it last night.
Yeah.
Okay, where is it?
Staring
Where
at
is it right now?
GM, where is it?
I know.
Who had it last among you guys? That's you to decide.
I would have done first rest so that the other two could sleep a little bit. So, or like first watch. So I don't know about the other if like.
I'm gonna make it
I'll get
easier.
one
Wherever it
through.
was, it's not there anymore. So
Okay.
I should have led with that.
Yeah, like I assumed.
Yeah, I know. Okay. She's holding what looks like the sword right at you, and she says, "Look," and she smacks it against the wall, and it shatters like glass, but then kind of like disappears like glitter. And she says, "I found 6 of these at every location I put the sword down last night while we were speaking. None of them are real."
And the alarm in the room didn't go off?
No, it didn't.
So someone teleported inside you.
That, or the real sword must have been switched out while we were walking back yesterday.
By who?
Oh.
Wow.
I have no idea, but probably by the same person who's capable of using illusion magic that's strong enough to be interacted with for this duration of time.
It's that main bitch in it.
It seems like everywhere the sword sat for a long period of time, it created a copy of itself as an illusion
Would
that only
any of us have,
manifested
like,
hours later.
Like, would any of us have knowledge of magic like that or something like that? Like, would we...
Jairon, you would know that that's pretty high level illusion magic.
I know that that's pretty high level illusion magic, you guys.
Yeah, makes sense. That does make sense. The only people I can think of is that really... I'm bad at names. The really regal looking elf chick from the council.
I'm actually also trying to remember her name.
Like, guys, my notes are somewhere in my boxes. This is purely
Thalassia von Croy.
Her.
That one.
bitch.
I mean, that name just rolls off the tongue.
That sounds sketchy
Thalassia
to
von
me.
Croy.
Because what's her face is too drunk and horny to do anything. I don't think she does magic.
Miriam Bell.
Miriam?
Yeah.
that one. She's too
Less.
drunk and horny to do anything. That accountant dude, I think, could not care less. I think you would pay someone to do his dirty work. I think it might be main lady.
If they've taken the sword, they're going to use the echo to try and erase the evidence of what happened all those years ago. The
I
barn.
guess. Yeah, we have to run.
They
to
would
the
do it
barn.
at the barn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Go to
I'll meet you there. I'll grab the townsfolk so that we have evidence.
Mission
All right, I'm
impossible run.
Yes, we're just
Booking it.
Okay.
Booking it.
So,
half asleep, still in pajamas, just like
Yeah.
flailing across the
Hopping
town.
into
I imagine Zara's like hugging a teddy bear. It's like,
Yeah, teddy bear under one
What the-
arm, like
Like the
drool still down the
nightcap.
face, like one eye not like fully open just yet, but I'm booking it.
like he has a full ritual of just getting into bed.
so she directs you. She gives you like vague directions as to where the barn is. I'm gonna turn off your torch there. So we've got Albinus doesn't join you. He actually the use of his magic to bring you all back to life was severely taxing on him, and he woke up in like a hardcore fever and sweats and just wasn't able to move, and so you had to leave him behind.
Could I grab that axe he has, the pretty fancy one? We'll just, like, we'll bring
Yeah.
it back.
Yeah, you can.
I don't
Actually
know who
forgot
wants
about
to
that.
use it. I think Tauros would probably.
I can use an axe.
Yeah.
What axe did he have? I can't even remember.
Something
What's the light?
special.
The Lightbringer, yeah.
Oh, that's right.
The fancy shit. Yeah. I have an eye for the black market dealer has an
The
eye
good
for
I
shit.
was going to say,
so I'm
trust the rogue in the group to remember. He had the fancy stuff. Wait a minute.
Give me the really fancy shit. I don't
Give
trust
it.
Okay. You have it currently in your inventory, Moonshine. You just need to refresh.
Oh. I was like, which window is this? And I was like,
One of them. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Do you need me to summon you to where we are?
no, I'm already there. About the other two.
Are we on the dock?
Yeah.
There you go. I fetched you. Okay, so this is the barn.
Oh.
Can we see any like footprints in the snow or anything that would mean that someone
Roll
like,
a survival check.
Okay.
Should we all be doing that, or
Yeah.
I've already forgotten how everything works. Here we go. No? Yes.
How do I close this?
It was almost a 17, and then it was a 3.
You said survival, right?
Yeah.
4 buddies.
10.
Wow.
I'm average.
We're literally all just walking to the barn like this. Looks good.
See.
Oh my god, I couldn't do my eye regimen.
Okay,
haven't even
so
Much sleep in
you
our eyes still. We're like,
you can see like very vague looking footprints, but you can't tell if they're coming to or from the barn.
Very vague, okay. So
Yeah.
Can we, like, hear anyone inside? Is there any
Nope.
movement through a window?
You look through the window, and surprisingly, you don't see anything.
I'm gonna. Okay. I'm gonna try and sneak around the building. You guys, Taurus, maybe go through the front door. I don't
Yeah, it's where I was headed anyways. That was gonna be my next move. I'm gonna go stand in the doorway and look inside.
I'm gonna.
and I'm
Very
gonna be like
obvious.
precariously like behind Taurus, just like
Yeah.
slowly.
I'm just gonna try and like maybe sneak through a hole or something that's in the building and try and see what's inside. Maybe
Okay.
there's someone.
Roll a stealth check for me, and then we'll get to that later. Okay, so Taurus, you go you go to the door, through the door. What do you do with the
Yeah,
door?
I'll go like Is the door open? Like
It's
or is it
open,
shut?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll go stand in the doorway, like not trying to be super. I'm not trying to be loud, but I'm also not trying to be sneaky. Like just go stand in the doorway, and like get a good look around. And I'm kind of moving with a little haste because I'm like,
Okay.
what's happening? Whatever's happening, I want to end it now.
Okay, so you don't when you go to the doorway, you don't see or hear anything coming from inside. And as you get to the threshold of the door, you feel like as you like put your foot near the threshold, your body suddenly feels just a little bit heavy and you feel a bit nauseous. What do you do?
I'd probably yell about it.
Okay.
Like kind of like because like now like Toros is not like a magical person and is a little distrustful of all this crap that's been going on and at this point is sick of the lies and deceit and like the all of this nonsense and how everything is not what it looks like, literally, physically, metaphorically, like absolutely sick of it. So Mora's like not like a groan of their own pain, but like a warning noise to like their friends, like something's wrong.
Okay.
Like
Guys, I feel gross.
uh,
It's giving me a tummy ache.
I have tummy pain.
Jaron, what are you doing while these sounds are being made?
I'm kind of just standing wide-eyed. Well, obviously my like antennas are now going up because like there's witchcraft afoot.
Fairy godparents.
Yeah. I'm almost
Where would
wondering
my
if
blade if I had one?
Oh my god. Sorry, Jason.
I'm like almost wondering if it's even worth like trying to like detect the magic, like where it's coming from or what it is to get more information about it whilst we're like trying to breach it.
Could do.
Or if it's don't know.
You could definitely do that.
Yeah, then let me sort of stay on the outskirts just out of like effect of it and do my little detect magic dance.
Okay, are you doing detect magic as a ritual or as a spell?
Would like to do it as a spell because we don't particularly have up to 10 minutes.
Yeah, good call.
Okay. Let me a second. I'm actually you know what? I'm gonna actually allow you to use this without expending a spell slot. I'm just gonna say that you
Someone's
were
feeling generous.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you were well rested. I just think that this is like quite a necessary thing for you to do. Yeah. I'm gonna consider it an inspiration point, which is not a feature I really use. But inspiration points are like points you can award to people for good roleplay. That they can put into like roles and stuff, but I'm gonna say this is the inspiration point. You get to use a free spell slot. Okay, so you cast the spell. You use it to detect magic in the surrounding area. You can feel a magical energy emanating from the doors and the windows. It's a combination of illusion and enchantment magic. But as you permeate deeper through what you've now ascertained to be a ward of some kind, there's something else coming from within the barn itself, but a very distinct emanation of what you determine to be divination magic.
Oh, most intriguing.
Divination.
I know. Can we have a little?
Yeah, I was like, I know what it is, but what spells it like?
So,
Like-
so for Jayron, divination magic is divination magic is magic that is to do with being able to see beyond the veil of time. Divination is well, I know what divination is as like a word, but in the context
Yeah,
of
yeah,
D&D,
like, I know what it means, but like what
What
spells?
does it
Yeah,
have
in
to
D&D.
do? So it's like
Oh.
it's like with the description of what the sword can do, like show the past.
the divination school of magic contains spells that enable the caster to learn secrets long forgotten, interpret dreams, predict the future, to find hidden things, or foil deceptive spells. Among them are included detect magic, so you're using a divination spell right now, and scry. A wizard who specializes in divination is known as a diviner.
Okay, good to know.
So could I ascertain that it could be the real sword that is emanating that divination magic in the barn? Or can I ascertain that it's coming from like a person?
You can't determine what it's coming from. You just know that it's in there.
Okay.
But
well,
what this magic detection has allowed you to glean is that whatever is happening to Taurus is psychosomatic. It's not real. It's enchantment magic and illusion. So obviously there's illusion. Illusion for what? There is an illusion of some kind, whether it's an illusion to produce or hide noises artificially, to produce or hide images artificially, something like that. And then enchantment is to influence a subject's mind. So whatever's happening to Taurus is not physical and it can't actually hurt them.
Okay, I'm definitely relaying this as I learn it to Taurus, and I'm emphasizing that it is just all in their head, that they are not, that this isn't real.
What do you do?
All right. Well, are y'all like? Am I able to just like be like cool and walk right through it then?
Yeah. So
Mind over matter.
So as you do that, you suddenly feel like you feel for a moment like you're moving through a very viscous liquid, but as you start crossing the threshold where your eyes and your ears become like go through the actual frame of the door, suddenly the inside of the barn is very different from how it appeared. And you see a man and a woman very frantically trying to complete a ritual
I
with
would
a sword.
like to tackle one or both of them.
Okay, you can tackle one.
Tie in this situation though.
Yeah, how long is this?
I said I was sneaking like through a hole or something, trying to.
So you're still moving around the back. You've literally just gone to the threshold by the back.
Okay.
You don't know about this, by the way.
Yeah,
the
I don't know
illusion.
anything about that. Yeah.
Okay, so you must just be honest about what you think your character would do. Okay, so suddenly what was a quiet and empty barn from the outside is now very lively. There's glowing lights around the glyphs, and the sword is glowing in the center. And are you running to tackle the man?
I mean, probably whoever looks like I could tackle, like, because it seems my understanding that what I'm gleaning from the situation is that both of them are required for the ritual. If I can interrupt one of them, it's gonna make it harder. So either if one of them is obviously more magically powerful, I would tackle them. Otherwise, I would go for whoever looks physically less imposing. Like I would have an easier chance of actually tackling.
So the man doesn't look like he's participating too much. And the woman there's a woman in a hood that is actually the one holding the sword. So Amaranth
then
is
I'll probably
correct
tackle her
in the chat in that it is very much like sex. Okay. So okay, you run to tackle her. Roll a strength check. Amaranth said in the chat, complete a ritual with a sword that's called sex, Henny. And then I was like, a male non-participant and a woman actually doing all the work? That's very much... I mean, I wouldn't know. I don't have sex with women, but it's what I've heard.
That is funny, but like I had no context, so you were just like, that's
Yeah, I was
sex.
like,
And I'm like, wait, they're doing what now?
They're what?
I missed
I
a
tackled
step.
it. Stop it now.
This is a Christian stream. This is a Christian barn.
Taurus is the Jason Voorhees of this town.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna yell stop while I do that, in hopes, but not being certain that anyone outside can hear anything that's coming from inside.
Okay, roll a strength check real quick.
Gotcha, I rolled a 20. Well, it was a 17, it's a dirty 20.
Okay, got you.
Wish it were nat 20, but...
I don't know. Let me quickly start this. I've prepared this encounter. I just need to actually do it. Okay.
Magic shit's gonna happen to me before my friends get in here, I just know.
Magic shit's already happening to you.
Why?
Also, Nick, sorry, can you maybe give the axe to Taurus? Because I think we were like, she or Taurus can actually use it.
Yeah.
I'm not proficient in mace or axes.
Yeah, that's fine. Can you delete it from your inventory for me, please?
Yeah.
Does this look more like morning to you guys? Like really early morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I suppose. Okay, so I'm going to ask you all to roll for initiative and tell me, starting with Moonshine, what is your number that you roll?
Okay. Dick, where is it?
Initiative? Oh, what time is it? Oh my god, I need to like order food before they close again. You guys can obviously go ahead with your roll while I'm doing that. I won't be long.
I've rolled and it's not great.
Moonshine rolled 18.
Yeah. Sorry, it didn't actually pop up. I was just like, what? It looked cocked.
Ooh.
Excuse me?
My screen.
Ooh.
Dylan,
That was a ride. It looks skew on my screen.
hectic. Jaron, what's your initiative level?
22.
What's that?
22.
Oh, I thought you said only 2. I was like, girl.
Well, I've got close to that.
Oh my god. You're strong. You're not fast.
Yeah.
Manage characters.
I
Also,
rolled the
and-
minimum number possible. But my plus is 2, so I have got a 3.
You rolled a
I'm
1.
gonna
You rolled a dirty
tackle
1.
you.
It's very like
31.
Chariots of Fire. Dramatic music as you like run slowly.
But everyone else is normal speed.
Yeah, everyone else is like, is she okay? Like,
What's happening?
But Anne, I loved how your dog was sitting. Like I started laughing because your dog was like on the little
your
pillar.
dog
and
jump
then it
scared
just-
me so hard earlier. Like I
I
literally,
was sitting here going, please no.
If you grab some water, I'll be right back.
I thought I was gonna mute it in time, and then I didn't.
I heard the
And then up it went.
I was like, okay, I muted it early because I thought he was gonna bark, and then I was like, oh, maybe he's fine. Bad, bad.
He was
choice.
not. He was in fact not fine.
oh bless.
Is that a glass bottle or a plastic bottle?
Mm-hmm.
A glass bottle that
Yes.
looks like a plastic
Glass.
bottle.
It's glass.
It's a very nice bottle.
Thanks. Okay. So, all right, the encounter description. Alright, yeah. I wrote this myself, so you know. You managed to
Ooh.
corner Caldwin and Thalassia in the old barn upon discovering that the evidence needed to convict them of the murders is layered there in an arcane residue. Thalassia is busy trying to undo the spell there to cover up the evidence while arguing with Caldwin about their next move. They're surprised. They're surprised at... Oh, okay, that's actually... the rest of that is for me as the DM. I was going to read too much. So, while you're charging at her and shouting at her to stop, she says, "No, you idiot, stop!" And then suddenly, before you even reach her, this bright white kind of like explosion of like, it almost looks like silk threads just shoot out from the center where the blade is, and the threads suddenly lock into place on something, and then as if attached to some invisible fabric that separates your time from 15 years ago, the threads rip back into the sword, revealing a white echo of everything that happened around the time that the echo was saved. And you see 4 adventurers matching the description of the adventurers that are the statues in the center, rushing in with oh god, what's his name? That guy, Emily's father, who was accused of the murders. Sorry, there's a lot of stuff that I wrote down in various places.
Yeah.
Who all got sucked into this time warp?
It's like an echo. It's like a projection that's being like blasted in front of us. Like
so, like all of us can see this, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
When that happened, obviously something went wrong with the ritual when you attacked. All of the wards and the illusions that were surrounding the barn dispelled. And I cannot for the life of me figure out where I put this person's name. I have an untitled character here. I'm very new to this program, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. Angus Heisenberg. There we go. So, you see Angus and the 4 adventurers rushing in, and there are some townsfolk that are tied to logs and various other things around the area, and but no one else, including Angus's wife, of course. And Angus, you see the echo of Angus upon seeing this. It's very difficult to hear what's going on, but you can very clearly see what appears to be an echo of Angus moving towards the echo of his wife, trying to untie her. And then you see the mage character that originally owned the sword, suddenly shouts, "Stop!" And then everyone freezes for a moment, and he looks around, and you hear him mutter something, but you can't exactly hear what it is. And he holds his blade up high and drives it into the ground and shouts, "Thalassia, everyone will know what you've done here." And suddenly these runes that weren't previously visible all suddenly ignite on the walls of the barn, and then you see sparks flying out from the wall, and as they hit the ground, everything on the ground ignites, and the whole barn goes up in flames. And I'm trying to figure out if you guys know what happened, if you're putting together the pieces from the ledger and the barn going up in flames. The original story was that the sorcerer tried the sorcerer tried to cast a fireball on the murderer, who was Angus, and it went wrong. But you realize that that's actually not the case at all. And
that they were all being like lied. It's a PR stunt.
Yeah.
That bad sorcerer, but it's not the bad sorcerer. Framed.
And then suddenly there's another bright white flash, like a white carpet just flowing out from the sword and rolling over all of the echoes, and then it just suddenly dies down. And then the sword starts glowing really bright, and then the glow dims. And Thalasia looks at you and says, "You idiot! Do you know how many reagents it took me to get that spell just right? And now I can't use them anymore." And you see, and also as this is happening, you see Emily standing at the threshold of the door. She saw the whole thing.
Ooh.
And then Emily, Taurus, you were charging to tackle, but you obviously got like stunned.
Right.
Yeah. And then Emily
Flashbanged.
Yeah. And then Emily screams, "You killed my father!" And starts running directly at Thalasia. So, Jayron, you're first in the combat encounter. What do you do?
I say, get the bitch.
And I'm like, Taurus is like, have your way. Go for
I'm
it.
like, I'm right behind you. You go, girl. You get that vengeance. Avenge your father.
What's
I'm
your
not stopping her.
What's your health, Jason? 12, hey?
That's a really great question, Diane. Thank you.
Okay, I actually can't do player health on this. That's weird. All right. Okay, sorry. Continue.
I'm letting her through. I'm like, get her ass. I don't know. I'm just backing her up, I suppose.
You can prepare a
Done.
spell for the next round, so you can
Yeah.
always like cast
Oh.
a spell, hold it, and then let it through.
Yeah,
Oh,
or
okay,
you can also
okay.
take a reaction as well, where you prep an action that triggers under a certain scenario. So, for example, you can be like, I'm gonna.
Question.
Hmm.
So I was obviously at the entrance of the door. So would Emily have like gone past me? then?
Yes, she would have.
Okay, so then as she ran past me, could I have just kind of like brushed her shoulder and given her
Mage armor.
Mage armor.
Okay, yeah, you definitely
Like
can.
that would be my way of being like, get her ass.
Get her. Yeah, okay, perfect. All right, so you do that. And then okay, so as that's happening, Thalasia suddenly starts levitating off the ground.
She does.
Ooh.
Yeah. And basically levitates above Emily until she reaches the ceiling, and then she kind of like hangs on the ceiling like kind of Spider-Man style, and her
Ew.
silver hair dangles down, and you see like a very different side of her now. Now she's
I knew she was sketchy.
kind of like warped. You can see there's something like not great about her.
Is she the necromantic?
She is. That's
So-
what
Okay,
I've
never
been
mind.
saying.
We'll burn that bridge when we get there. An inappropriate term to use in this situation. But...
Get her, Jade. So while she's up in the corner of the ceiling, she says, "You have no idea how long this has been, and you've ruined it, all of you." And suddenly, she and then suddenly she like darts a look at Caldwin and says, kill them all, grab the sword. Now, Moonshine, it's your turn."
Alright, well, I snuck a luck around the back, and then
Yeah.
like, you know, I've situated myself next to like a window open space that I wanted to crawl through, and then like Taurus kind of went in, and I was like, oh, let me see how this plays off. I still want to crawl through the window if I'm big enough or like small enough. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I can
Yeah.
just go around, or I can just pop, like throw a spell. I just kind of want to go in so that I can pop a spell. but I
Roll
don't
an
know if
athletics
I'm-
check.
Yeah, earlier I was ready to do like a Kool-Aid man through a wall kind of situation. You're like, the doors and windows are spelled. I was like, I could just burst through a wall.
15.
Great. You definitely do like a parkour tumble through the window. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, I'm on the roof. Oh no.
Oopsie, that's not good.
Too parkour,
Yeah.
too parkour.
Hold on. Let me
Wow,
put
you
myself here,
parkoured a
and then-
little too hard.
I'm too. My monk side came out.
You're too cool.
Okay, wait. Fuck off. Hold on. Luckily, if you.
Oh, actually, speaking of monks, I was reading an article on how the monk class in D&D is very orientalist. And so I am now a part of a D&D movement where we refer to monks as pugilists now. And I know that sounds like social justice warrior nonsense, but I think it's very cool because so much of the monk class is like heavily draped in kind of in like an Asiatic,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Where when it's not like it's a class and shouldn't be culturally specific, if that makes sense. And so it also not only does it limit various ways to play a hand-to-hand combat character, but it also allows for some weird stereotypes to come through.
Yeah, well, if you go maybe like martial artist, that it still does have a little bit of Asian connotation, but you're just someone that practices the martial arts. You can always call yourself that if you. Anyway,
I was finding the article. I didn't do it much justice, but bringing it like referring to it, but it was actually very interesting, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, that's cool.
No, I get it. Like, it's actually very. All right, I'm going to this bitch being on the roof. I'm like, I like saw her fly up. I was like, well, that's fucking. I knew you were a sketchy bitch.
She's like hanging on the ceiling almost.
And then I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost at her.
Okay.
And I'm just like, get off the roof, bitch.
Roll for that.
Okay, let's see if it has like a. Okay, no.
Or no, that's not a roll. Hey, that's
It's a cantrip. So it says.
Oh right.
Okay, so frigid beam towards the target in range. Is she in range? I have a 60-foot range.
Yeah, she's definitely in range.
Okay, and then I make a range attack spot, attack against the target. On a hit, it does 1d8, but okay, obviously, yeah. If I don't hit, you know. But she's slowed, and then until the next start of her turn. I think
What did you roll? Oh, you rolled 15. Hey.
No. That was my dex. I haven't rolled.
Oh.
I rolled 21.
Great. Okay,
Ooh,
roll for damage.
I'm very focused. I'm like, bitch.
Okay, roll for damage.
5.
I actually realized that I can make this character levitate as well.
Nice. Right, yeah.
So 10.
I'm trying to figure out how. Oh, there we go.
Speed is reduced to 10 feet until the start of your next turn, so my next turn. So I blast her tater tots.
How much damage did she take there? 5, hey? Okay.
Zopped her like that.
6.9 tiles. Nice.
Nice. Very nice. Oh, it's cool. She even has like a little animation of floating. That's very nice.
Yeah.
And this is the first time we see her. She's very fancy.
No, it's not the first time you've seen her.
No, I think she's only been like described to us.
No, you saw her in
We were in the room.
in the council chambers.
Yeah, it was
You're just
when
the
we
one-
were doing the
Zoning
Yeah.
out.
when we
Hey?
first
Right.
met the council.
Okay.
But it was very brief, and there was nothing that notable besides being super duper fancy.
All right. So Caldwin launches himself at Toras. Hang on, I need to lock my camera in here.
Wait, aren't you picking up Taurus right now? Wait.
Yeah. So and does Toras? What's your armor class?
18.
Okay. So strikes at you. Strikes at you, but just manages to hit the side of your shield, and then in using the momentum of the block, does this graceful pirouette on his ankle, like this elven grace, and swings his other sword around his back towards your neck. And that one hits you for 7 damage.
Yee.
Yeah, sounds.
Cool. This could be a very fast fight.
Fine.
It's
We
your
got
turn.
Me?
Yeah,
Do I have that special axe?
you do, Lightbringer.
Where is it? I don't find it. I have to refresh this page. We're gonna refresh the page, see if that brings it up for me.
Is it a two-handed weapon?
I think it's a one-handed. I think it was.
Yeah, I know
like a
it.
mace.
It is one-handed.
Mm,
I'm eyeing these fit next.
how do I?
Okay, go to your actions and refresh your page. I've just
Oh,
equipped.
here we go.
I've just equipped it for you. You need to take off.
Sweet.
I'm gonna take out your war pick though. There we go.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be light, bringing the light all over the place.
Boom. Okay. So yeah, tell us what you do.
Well, I think I'm gonna be pretty friggin' offended by being slashed in the neck, and at this whole situation we've just witnessed, and just kind of like be like, "Are you serious right now?" Look in the face, and swinging this. It's an axe, right?
Yes. Yeah. Is
We're
it?
rolling.
I think it's a mace.
It's a mace. Sorry,
The
no,
mace.
it's a mace.
Swinging this mace around. 18 is the roll.
Great. Yeah, that hits. Roll for damage.
Smishity smash. Damage. Think high. 5 plus 4, so 9 damage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh.
This is why you gave it to me.
Yeah. I was like, I wouldn't. I don't think my arms are strong enough to hold this thing.
So you take a swing at him, with the mace, and you swing right into his sternum, and you just hear the wind get knocked out of him, and this crunch sound that doesn't sound healthy at all. Having the wind knocked out of him, he falls to the floor onto his knees. And it is now JJ Ron's turn. Oh wait, no, sorry, it's Maggie's turn. Maggie.
Yes, Emily.
Yeah, Emily Maggie. The alias.
Maggie Emily.
Maylee.
Emily.
Melee.
Magali.
Magali.
Maggie.
She
Sounds like meter went off. It's Magali.
she grabs the sword from the center. Sorry, I wrote all the details for the sword down and I can't remember.
Yeah, she's already used it. She knows what she's doing. Like,
Yeah.
go for it, babe. That's your sword.
Honestly, I'm like, go do your daddy proud. Go off, sis.
Hit it and put
It's
it.
does anyone have a short does anyone have a short sword?
No.
No.
I got
Yeah, neither.
daggers, and that's a very short sword.
Yeah, I've only got. Oh, I've got a short sword.
I'm gonna use you as a reference. Do you mind if I just roll for you real quick? Do you have a short sword?
Who
It
am
doesn't-
I to question
I don't think you do have a short sword.
Well, in my weapons inventory, it says short sword.
It's so weird. I don't see it. I'm refreshing.
D&D Beyond, guys.
Yeah.
Or am I just looking in the wrong place like a tit?
I
That's
think
also-
you must be. No, it's not here. I promise.
And it says here there's like crossbow, light dagger, dart, longbow, longsword, quarterstaff, short bow, short sword.
I
Sling.
think that's your proficiency.
Yeah. You're looking at your. Oh, right. You're looking at your proficiency: crossbow, light, dagger, dart, longbow, longsword, quarterstaff, short bow, short sword, sling. Those are weapons.
That you can use.
But
Yeah.
not that you necessarily have.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna give you a short sword.
Who?
You.
You.
Me? Oh, why?
Because I just need somebody who.
Somebody to stab.
Somebody save me.
Actually, better yet, I'm going to give you the Blade of Echoes, so I can use it and pretend it's
Ooh,
Emmett.
that sounds fancy.
Blade of Echoes. There we go. That's the blades that everyone's so obsessed with. Okay,
Blade without the tip.
Rolling for Emily. Okay, so she grabs the sword, and she swings wildly at the Lassia's feet, saying, "Come down here, you coward, and fight me properly." And unfortunately misses. And now it's Jaron's turn.
Well, I'm helping my homegirl out. I am shooting some sharp magic at that bitch in the sky.
Boom.
The bitch in the sky.
But that bitch.
You know it. She coming down.
What are you using?
Firebolt, if you please.
Okay. I do want to remind you that you have I thought your magic missiles actually moved people, but it doesn't.
Yeah, no. I looked at my magic missile, but nah, I want to firebolt this bitch.
Okay. Roll to hit.
That is the. I think it's this button. Oh.
Oh no.
No.
I pretend I do not see it.
Hang on, what are you seeing?
Never mind, I'm also swiping at her ankles.
Okay.
I threw a 6.
All right.
A
So
little poof.
you whip out your wand and you like whip that spell at her, but unfortunately it doesn't actually hit her. It does, however, hit the hay in the ceiling, the thatch ceiling, which then So the firebolt actually hits the thatch in the ceiling behind her. It's just because of the angle and the trajectory that if you miss, it would hit. And then the ceiling catches fire.
Ooh, I'm into that. Okay. That works for me. About to get very hot up in there. She's gonna have to come down soon.
All right, so yeah. So now it's so while Thalassia dodges, she's now you can see there's something. The longer she's been using her magic to stay up there, the more her face starts to wear.
Don't like that.
3D
No.
game is sometimes a bit wonky.
Pretty sure that's not supposed to happen.
Oops.
For people with normal faces.
She is. I knew she was sketchy. I knew it.
You never trust the rich.
Eat
So
it.
true.
I'm fricocheting this bitch when we're done with her.
Sometimes I imagine Jaron just doing like a dead drop when he casts magic. Just like,
Just like, oh!
Boom.
oh, boom, and it flicks out of his toes or something. Just like, boom.
Oh my god.
Let's get threatening!
I actually saw this video of someone like, what would I look like as a femme fatale in like a fighter game, and she does the whole thing, and then she takes out her fan and like starts doing like fighting things with it. I was like, we need this.
Yeah.
But like it was a full like not even pride flag, like all of the LGBTQ colors were on that flag. I was like, okay.
Love that.
Oh, cool. Okay. Oh dear. 1d2. Give me a moment. I'm trying to find the right die. Here we go. Okay. She reaches now she's got like these long hag-like fingers, and you suddenly see this blue crackling energy build up in her lithesome fingertips, and her wispy silver hairs, flailing about the place, and she shoots it directly at Toras that connects the sustained blue crackling energy between her and Toras. And Taurus, you at first it doesn't feel like much, and you can feel that it was a little bit weaker than probably intended, and you take 1 damage, but the bolt is still sustained.
Don't like that.
Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't like that.
Moonshine, it's your turn.
Okay, I have to roleplay this. She won't know what that is.
What?
The connection between the connection that she
You
just
know
set
that
up.
whatever you can hear it like striking, like this crackling. It's causing all these blue lights. You can see that it's basically just like. You can see that it's basically just this like Sith lightning vibes, if that makes sense.
And this like dude in the corner has he's attacked Tora, so okay.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of duking it out with that guy.
I'm just like cool. Taurus has got that covered. I'm gonna. Let me see. There's already a fire starting at the back of her. I wanna Ray of Frost her again. Would my Ray of Frost put out the fire? Catching on the roof itself, not the floor, just like around that area, like so the whole building doesn't just immediately catch fire, or I'm adding to the flame, or I'm trying to take it away.
Yes, I think I would allow that happen.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Ray of Frost again, but then try and like kind of angle it to hit her, but like also just spray off and kind of hit the roof as well, because I don't want this place to burn down while we're in it.
Okay.
Again.
Yeah.
I'm not here for cliches.
If only they had Ray of Frost back then, eh? Well, and also if the floor wasn't doused with oil, missing oil.
10.
10.
Yeah.
Is that your hit check or your damage? Is your hit check?
Yeah.
Okay, so you shoot Ray of Frost, and you can see that the cone hits her, but the epicenter doesn't actually do all that much.
Okay, so I was more focused on like hitting
The fire.
Or, yeah.
Yeah, the fire, however. Sorry, I forgot I need to be in build mode. No, not cutscene mode. The fire that was accumulating around the top parts is off. The bottom parts are still on fire.
Okay.
Carry on.
And then I'm gonna. Actually, I'm pretty comfortable here. I'm just gonna stand here. I'm gonna keep standing on my little corner. No one's really fucking with me yet, so I'm just keeping to it. Yeah, that's.
And don't worry, I'm just taking all the damage here in the middle. Gotcha.
Gotcha.
One problem at a time, Taurus.
Okay, so Caldwin, now seeing an opportunity in which Taurus is vulnerable, takes another swing at Taurus with his short sword. Okay, and does take 9 damage. Sorry, take. That doesn't make sense. Why? It says 9. Oh, it's 6. Take 8 damage. And then doing another one of his fancy little pirouettes between Taurus and then kind of like almost dance-like dashes towards Moonshine and swipes at her with his second blade. But he rolled a natural 1. On his way, his foot gets trapped in some of the cracked wood on the floorboard, and he trips and loses his second blade.
I laugh in his face.
I laugh in the face of danger.
How are you so bad at this? Like,
Taurus, it's your turn. You can try and move to break the connection. Like if you're out of line of sight.
Wait, did the white-haired dude move?
Yes, so he would be actually over here. Thanks for reminding me.
Wouldn't Taurus? Oh no, Taurus is still in melee range. I was gonna say, wouldn't there be an attack of opportunity? But he's still like right next to Taurus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think this is far enough away to provoke an attack of opportunity, to be honest.
Yeah, that's why I was like, if he's like right there, it's no issue.
Just letting you know, if you get total cover for us, you might be able to break the spell.
Is it my turn?
Yes, sorry, it is your turn.
Oh, I was like, and?
Okay, cool.
Thanks
for sharing.
I
I forgot to order food. Oh, they're gonna close.
I thought that's what you did earlier.
I thought I did. They're gonna close everything. Oh my god.
This quarantine is making everyone realize, like, do I have ADD?
Yeah.
Like, the more I see videos, I'm like, wait, hold on.
I'm
This
gonna
isn't
try and get a
normal.
therapist to talk about ADHD with me, because I gotta know.
Yeah.
Is drinking a health potion an action?
I will tell you in just a moment.
How many health potions can I drink in one turn?
I'm just gonna point
Just
out
one in
before
each
they-
hand. Just
Double
Yeah.
fist those health potions.
I literally saw it like in our Discord chat, and I was like, I feel like everyone should know that Anne wants to double fist some potion into herself, into herself. Edward, 40 hands, but it's health potions.
Drinking and administering a potion takes an action. Yeah.
Cool. So I'm gonna chug a health potion because I just
Chug
got
it.
one.
Okay, great.
Is there anywhere? How do I click that? Hold on. First of all, I gave it to myself in my equipment, but now I can't find it.
While you're doing that, Jason, can I share this delivery with you so that you can tell me if it's, because I'll forget. I'll be like, this is cool, and then like an hour later,
Like, oh shit!
yeah.
The Kill Bill.
Didn't I do that last time?
Goes in
Wait,
the
how do I
background.
use a health potion? I feel like I've done this before. Why can't I
Let me help
figure it
you.
out?
So you go to
I gave myself
inventory,
one.
and then where is health potion?
I have it. I just don't know how to use it.
I can't see it in your
Potion
inventory.
of healing. It's called Potion of Healing in D&D Beyond.
Wait, what do you mean you gave yourself one?
In inventory, I added items, health inventory, because Chris Day here in chat gifted me a health potion.
was gonna
Oh,
give it to her
okay,
herself.
okay. Thank you, Chris.
So I put it in my inventory, but now I don't know how to use it.
Potion of healing.
Eh.
Yeah, you're.
I've used it before, so I'm very confused.
That is really
I don't
weird because
know.
it should just let you use it. It's pretty weird.
Potion
Inventory.
of healing.
Okay. I then just roll 2d4 plus 2 and then remove it is all I can suggest. But it's so weird. There was a way that you could just like click a button, right?
Yeah, you click on the health potion.
2d4 plus 2, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, so 6.
Ooh.
No. What?
6?
Yeah, 6 total.
Okay,
Right,
great.
Okay.
Yeah, you were like not doing well.
I was down to 4, so I'm now back to 10. Half health. Got it. Okay, so is there anywhere would my character know that getting out of line of this weird bolt thing might help me, or is that just something I'd be like, well, it looks like I've got a tag on me, can't do anything?
I think it would be instinctive because you're feeling pain and you can see
Yeah,
that it's
okay.
connected. I think it would be I think instinctively that would be something you would think is a good idea. Unless you have a better idea. Because what you could also, I mean, yeah, you could also try to
I'm
interrupt
assuming
her.
that like waving my hand in front of it's gonna show me that a simple Like that's not gonna cut it.
I mean, how high is she? She's
She's so high.
I mean,
High above
you-
me.
you
She's
could
so
try
lovely.
jump on these crates and like jump and grab her feet, but you're probably the worst character to do that on account of
Like,
your height.
Slam her feet down. And...
Yeah, that's up to
No,
you.
probably can't do that. Is there like is there obvious place that I could get full cover? Like, could I just barrel through this door into the other room?
You could do. You could definitely do that.
Is there any more obvious full cover I could get?
Not that I could think. I mean, you could just run straight out of the barn. To be honest.
Bye.
Get that fire exit door, I'm off.
Peace out, guys.
Just like run around, do a loop around the barn, come back in. What's up?
Ah.
Psych. Surprise, bitch.
I look pretty good for a dead bitch.
She's alive.
That's not what oh my god. Everything's moving when I don't want it to be. I forget how to measure shit.
Bottom right.
Here it is.
I ordered kimchi and agadashi tofu. Kimchi fried
I don't
rice and agadashi tofu.
I don't think I have enough speed to actually leave the building. So I'm gonna run into this room then. 'cause-
Okay, so you kind of like vault over these crates here and you just bash through the door.
Yeah.
Like shoulder bash the door. As you get in there, you see a whole bunch of what look to be old, empty oil crates.
Oh?
We found them.
Yeah. The plot thickens.
I'm like, oh my god, the evidence is right here.
The whole time?
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
I might shout, oil crates!
Okay, so you shout that, and then you hear Caldwin shout back to Thalassia. Thalassia, the illusion's worn off.
Sorry, Taurus isn't exactly very subtle about anything.
And we love that about them.
But the illusion has worn off. The plot thickens.
And now it is Maggie's turn.
Get him?
Get him, Maggie.
And her Jade.
Maggie. Hang on, what does this blade do again? I'm trying to remember.
Stabs.
Is Maggie on the field, by the way?
That is an excellent question. Thank you for asking, Diane. Where's that from?
Some TikTok.
Thank you for asking, Diane. Oh, it's that recreation of people in Zoom meetings.
Oh, yes.
I love it. She's the one that also impersonates Keira Knightley.
I already love them.
Where is yeah? Okay. So Maggie jumps onto one of these crates here. She like kind of while the combat's going on, sorry, wait. So Maggie moves over here and she grabs one of these broken old stools and just like fucking like tosses it straight at Thalassia, who wasn't paying attention to her until now. And that's gonna do
Not
Okay,
to objectify
yeah.
a D&D model, right? But
she has
how
an ass, right?
does she have to
I
be?
was literally just I was literally just
loose fitting dress is like stuck to her ass, and I'm like, damn,
Oh.
girl.
I also
She
just
got
saw that.
cake.
I was like, what the fuck? Who did this model?
I'm like, it doesn't
Someone
make
who
any
likes ass.
Oh my god.
They're like, you know, and
Somebody
this
really
is just
said
gonna
her
fit
anaconda
just
don't.
like this.
Like those are literally
Like a
avocados
glove.
now. I mean
Yeah.
peaches. Sorry, my brain just on avocados
So
today.
what the fuck?
2 avocados, I guess.
I was looking forward to an avocado for dinner, and then when I opened it, it was rotten. So
Oh, I
I'm like,
hate
"God,
that.
A little preoccupied.
God,
That
my
upsets me. Oh my
avocado."
god. You guys make me sad. um, so she throws the stool and it misses Thalasia and shatters upon hitting the wall just on the other side.
Strong,
Jaron, it's your turn.
bro.
I've broken him.
Oh my god. Jaron's like, I can't.
A nice set of avocados there.
It was just, oh god, there was just a solid 5 minutes of just pure chaos there.
Oh.
I shall quietly swear and then try and shoot another firebolt at Madame Tussauds in the sky.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Okay, work with me here, work. 24. I'm
Yes.
smashing her.
Wait, is that a natural 20?
19 plus 5.
Close. Okay.
That would have been great.
So you shoot a juicy fireball directly at her. Roll for damage.
Juicy.
Juicy.
1.
Oh god, Jason.
That is so lame.
Oh Lloyd. Okay. Okay. So you shoot the fireball at her and it just catches by her ankles and it's like you can see that her socks have now caught on fire.
Not her socks. I mean, do you see how fancy they are? They're like.
Amy. Okay.
Oh, I hate it here.
So she suddenly
Here to waste.
like 180s and looks down at you and now her eyes are like there's like this pale glaze over her eyes now. Like the longer this goes on, the more you realize that she's not actually entirely elf. Or yeah.
No, she's something nasty, that's for sure.
Yeah. So she looks around and screams at you. These were expensive. And she casts She casts. What does she cast, Nick? Tell us.
She doesn't.
Yes, Nick.
Just flails wildly, I think. Just had a stool yeeted at her. Like how together could she really be?
She suddenly brings her
She's
hands.
lost her socks.
She brings her hand like this, and her what are now long fingernails. She goes like this, and then snaps, but almost like swords clashing together. The sound, and sparks fly from her fingers.
Birds fly.
I assume you're
It's
looking for the sound effect because I'm like,
I
No.
might die.
No, I'm casting something.
Jaron's like, oh no!
So she does it, and nothing happens, and then she just looks at her fingers and she says, "Fuck." Moonshine, it's your turn.
okay, is this this whack ass bitch in front of me? Is he in like melee range with me, or is he just like a little bit off? I'm just wondering what the.
You can just, I mean, he's a little bit off, but you can just move up to him, like a little bit closer.
No, I meant like if I ran past him, will he get opportunity attack?
Let's find out.
Okay, I want to go like. Yeah, I was gonna say like if. 1.5, so just.
Hang on. They need to be, yeah. So you can actually move out of range without
Okay, so
getting
I'm
an
just gonna-
opportunity of attack.
I'm just gonna say like no, and then just jump. I want to run and then jump onto this table because I kind of like being
On the high ground for no reason, like a
on
cat.
yeah.
Okay.
Not moral high ground, just physical.
Okay.
So I don't know if you want me to do a roll for that or
Nope.
like
I'm okay with that. It's an easy jump.
Okay, I climb onto the table and then I'm gonna. How in pain does this hag look? Like, does she look like she's taken a few hits, or does she look
She looks very like vibrant and sprightly for a woman who, as time passes, looks like she's more and more like not alive.
Okay, I'm gonna
Who
then.
has lost her socks?
Yeah.
I'm then gonna cast. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Ice Knife at her.
Okay.
Good timing while no one else is around her.
Yeah, well, you know, I was like, it's either this dude, no one's around him, or her. She's more of the. I feel like he'll give up if she dies. You know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
who's the
henchman.
roll?
Henchman
Okay.
vibes.
Wait.
It's a natural 1 for a 6.
What?
I rolled a 1, which equals 6.
Oh dear. Okay. Font
I
of
I think your
magic.
math.
You
Flub
have
it when
2
I-
sorcery points. You regain when you finish. Wild magic surge.
Okay.
Oh, do you know
what
you
I
have?
roll?
Do you know you have tides of chaos? Hey.
What is that?
Jared's like, wild
Tides of
magic?
chaos. Once per long rest, you can gain an advantage on one attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yeah.
Before you regain use of this feature, the DM can have you roll a wild magic surge table.
Okay, so.
Yeah, there was a reason I didn't enter the barn.
Well, I mean, I did have a wild magic surge the last round, so I don't know if that counts, or do you want me to roll again and then have advantage?
Do you wanna maybe just now? You didn't know that you had tides of chaos, did you?
I've seen it on my list on my character sheet, but I haven't really read it. No.
I'm gonna wild magic surge you,
Okay.
and I'm going to say that you have 2 charges of tides of chaos.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
you're not supposed to, but I'm just gonna, yeah, because we haven't really been playing around with your features all that much
Yeah.
this whole
Okay.
campaign, actually.
So do you want me to wild magic surge now?
Yeah.
And then roll advantage?
No. No. Tides of chaos is the advantage. Roll a D100
I would like to close the barn doors at this point.
and run away.
With
Just I
me on the
pretend I do not see
outside.
it. Yeah.
Oh my
Like
god.
it's
I'll just
their
wait out here
problem now.
for a moment. I'll wait out here and see what happens.
Call me when you guys are done.
The percentile dice. Am I doing this right? I think
Do you want me to do it for you?
I rolled a percentile. No. What did I do?
You just go bottom left and then D100. I'm doing it for you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, look.
The mobile is very confusing. Usually if you hover over it, it shows you what dice it is.
Okay, 90.
Ooh.
What is this?
Please heal someone in my vicinity. One of my allies.
Okay, so you suddenly bring out your hands as if to cast Ice Knife, but as you do that, suddenly you disappear.
I just pop out of
Just
existence.
that's
Yep, basically.
She's gone. She's left.
Yeah, basically you disappeared. Jay, thank you so much for the sub. I really appreciate it. Happy Sunday. But Moonshine, you suddenly see your arms disappear out in front of you, and you start like waving your hands in front of your face, and you can't see your hands. And then you look down, and you can't see your whole body. So you haven't gone anywhere. You're just invisible.
Okay.
How did that happen? I didn't know I could do this. I don't like it.
And now, okay, it's Caldwin was running in your direction, and he was about to take a swing at you, but as you go invisible, he suddenly stops, and looks around, and I'm trying to see where everyone is, and then kind of like cuts his losses, and then runs after Taurus.
Of course he does.
Yeah, he's lost his one blade, so he. Oh, okay. So he runs, and he he tries to bring the blade down on Taurus, who's now disconnected from the witch bolt. But as he does so, as he's running with the blade, it gets caught in the hinge of the door coming in, and as he swings, the blade leaves his hand completely. Now he's completely disarmed. He's been rolling ones after ones. Oh my god!
I love it. I love
As
it.
he
He's like
deserves.
Kronk or something, trying to.
Yeah.
He's like the dog.
Pull the lever, Kronk!
lackey.
Wrong lever,
Oh my
Kronk!
god!
Yeah.
Oh lord! Okay,
I don't even have that hinge.
It's your turn, Taurus.
Taurus is like, first of all, trying to like wrap their brain around these barrels. Like, oh my god! And then it's like, just like, hey, you're trying to hit me? What is happening? Also, I'm realizing I have second wind, so I'm gonna roll that really quick.
Oh shit!
That's a D10 plus 2, so we're gonna do that
Oh,
as my bonus action to start.
Okay.
To start
Yeah.
my turn.
You can actually regain some health.
Hi. 1! No, wait,
What?
that's you.
No, that was me.
6!
Oh my god!
That was me. I'm so sorry.
They give me a
I
prize.
just saw a
was like,
number pop up. Okay, so 6 plus 2 is 8, which is great. I'm at 18 now. All right.
okay, your health's at 18. Okay, great.
Whew.
All right.
So, well, Todas originally was having plans, like looking for a floating bitch to smack down, but we've got more pressing, fumbling men in front of us first. So, gonna go. Actually, I'm not. I don't feel like Todas is feeling very intimidated by this guy. Like that's. It took about 7 damage at the beginning, but since then it's basically just been fumbling around.
What?
I might almost want to like. Does grappling stop people from attacking? Like, what stops people from attacking? Like.
Yeah, grappling can. You just have to contest the grapple every round.
Please ignore all of those rolls. Every time I touched my screen, it rolled the dice, and I don't know why. So I refreshed my page.
Maybe stop
What else
touching
is-
the.
I'm trying to figure out, do they want answers right now? Do we want to like hold him up by the shirt and be like, what's going on? Like,
Where are the
why are you
drugs?"
helping?
I am
like-
the one that knocks.
But
Up
also,
to you.
Todas doesn't really have a line of questions. Like, things are starting to feel like we understand, but like, Taurus doesn't know what to do with this person. So, yeah, we're just gonna swing more crap around. So, with that in mind, we'll just be like, no, you need to like chill out, and I'm gonna make you.
Okay,
Hopefully.
go for
So
it.
we're rolling.
They see me rolling.
Oh no! 6 plus 6, so 12.
You don't hit them. Yeah. Oopsie. So okay, you So as you try and strike him, he deftly moves out of the way of your strike. Is that the end of your turn?
Can I like, where did all his stuff fly off to? Like, how far
Okay,
off
so,
are his?
His one sword is stuck here, and his other sword is slipped behind this table.
Because I think if I could do it, I would want to move around him and just stand in the door, kind of like, be like, what? Like, you want your shit back? Like,
Yeah. Okay. So, excuse me. Oh my god. Sorry. I'm not bored. I'm just exhausted. So okay, as you swing and he sidesteps out of the way, you move through with the swing and you stand in the doorframe. Now it's Maggie's turn. So Maggie is now increasingly frustrated with this flying woman. And she jumps onto the table and tries to leap and grab what's her name? Grab Thalassia's ankles. Okay, so
you could call her that bitch. And really,
yeah,
like,
that's the one. Okay, so she jumps, and while she's jumping, she screams, "You took my father away from me!" And misses, unfortunately, and Thalassia just cackles heinously. Heinous is maybe not the word I would describe a cackle with, but you know what I mean. Like she cackles in like this really taunting, mocking way, and starts kind of like floating around the ceiling really weirdly.
Like imitate. You take my father from me.
Yeah, basically.
It's like
just
the vibe
mock.
I'm getting.
Yeah, she's really taunting and being an asshole. J-Ron, it's your turn.
I'm shooting another shot at that bitch. You know this.
almost.
I am determined to land at least one. That
Magic
does more than
missiles can't
singe
miss,
her
eh?
socks. I know, but like one that does like a little bit of something to her.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Magic missiles is a spell that A, does more damage than Firebolt, and B, can't actually miss. It's a homing spell.
Oh. I know what I was doing. I was
No.
doing Firebolt. Oh, this
Yeah.
is something else.
Yeah. Magic. It's so you would be consuming a spell slot, 2 to be precise. So it takes a lot of your energy, but you know, something to think about. I feel like I'm not trying. I promise I'm not. Oh, you know, sorry. It takes only one spell slot. I promise I'm not trying to push you to use Magic Missile. I'm just letting you know that you have like other options that you might not be aware of.
Hey, this is like my first D&D campaign. Please push me in whatever direction you
Okay.
need me to go.
Use Magic Missile. Go for it. I
Let's
believe.
do it. Sounds like a vibe. Let's fuck her up.
Okay. Okay. So you don't need to roll for anything. You just need to.
Do damage.
Yeah. You just roll damage. Okay.
A magic missile. Okay.
Roll
and then
3
I roll.
times.
Is magic missile only? Isn't it like a dexterity save or something like that to see if they can dodge it or something?
Is it?
I'm just.
No.
I'm not saying that is the rules. I'm just like asking.
Yeah. Each dart hits a creature of your choice that you can see within range. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I got
It's-
4, 5, and 4.
Oh, that's really good. On a D4, that's really good.
8, 5. Okay. So you send out these do you want to describe magic missiles to us?
No, you
Okay,
go
I'll
for
do it. Okay, so you bring your hand out and you use your wand and you have like this glowing blue light and you suddenly whip it around like you're whipping like almost like this energy taffy, and suddenly as it stretches out thin enough, it snaps and becomes 3 individual fully formed balls of energy, and you like crack it like a whip, aiming at Thalassia, and just like they all home in on her immediately and clap her cheeks, and she takes a significant amount of damage, and it knocks her back.
Because I'm what? A bad bitch.
You're a bad bitch. Yeah. And it knocks her into the flames. And she takes 2 damage from that.
A total of 15 damage. We love to see it.
Yeah.
We love to see it.
We do.
But
Also-
Goras isn't seeing any of this crap.
First me socks, now me knickers. Oh my god. That's what Chris typed in the chat. Oh, Lord. I'm very careful to say, like, I speaking of knickers, I even hate saying the word because I once said it because Americans
Oh.
don't say that. And I didn't
No,
say
they
it with a
don't.
hard enough K.
Oh.
And someone thought I said the
Yeah.
N-word, and I was like, I promise I didn't. And they were American. They were so like angry with me, and I'm like, I promise I didn't say that. Yeah, I'm very nervous at that word, I'm not gonna lie. So you do 15 damage. You can hear a kind of like scream, like this really high-pitched shriek. And also you've been blessed by Chris. So as you're doing this, you suddenly feel like this, you feel like you're too blessed to be stressed, actually, hey? You
Love
feel
that
this
for me.
warmth
Thank you,
and
Chris.
radiance emanating from within you.
You're just
Um,
so self-confident that you're just like, yes.
What does blessing actually do again? I forgot.
I think
Don't know, but I like it.
advantage on
Pass. Oh, you get an advantage on your next roll. Any roll you do next.
Love that. Thank you, Chris.
All right, now it's the Lassier's turn. Hang on a second. Okay. All right, let me just see if I can put something in here. Okay. Oh, Lord. Don't ask too many questions just yet.
Oh,
I am compelled to ask a question.
Are we in hentai now?
I know. I was working on a joke, but I couldn't get it.
Okay, how do I copy things?
Imitate them. Oh, it got so little.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Baby pencil.
Should have led with that.
I was like, whoa, oh.
Same. I was like,
Gucci.
it's the Kraken crawled up from the dock. We're doomed.
I'm like, I don't know if we're level 2 is high enough for that tentacle.
Copy minis in Tailspire.
Your searches today are making me feel very validated in the way that I live my life.
I don't think I can actually copy. It's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this manually like an asshole. Sorry, guys.
You good?
Still trying to figure out how this app works. Okay.
Oh my god.
Oh no. I'm glad I'm standing on a table.
Ah!
Would like to close the barn doors again.
Oh yeah. Bitch,
Luck
bye.
that.
Nice knowing you guys.
I'm trying to see the range here.
Remember that time we found a dead
5.
body? Ah, good times. Bye.
15.
Like, you know what? I've seen enough, you guys. I'm done. I'm done. Draw the line at tentacles.
Yeah.
No. My safe word is pineapples and pineapple.
Man, I love that video.
I should have like had these hidden and then revealed them so I don't have to do. Okay, this is something to know for next time. Okay, so suddenly her eyes turn black and she starts like wriggling her hands around. And as this has gone on, she's become less and less humanoid, and there's definitely something up with her because while she's wriggling her hands around, her teeth are extended like a goblin shark, and you can see that there are like almost no bones in her arms, like the way that she's wriggling her hands around. And she starts chanting something that sounds let me just check your language proficiency. Yeah, you can't understand it, but it's not like any language you've ever heard. It sounds like gibberish, like insane gibberish. It doesn't make sense to you. And then while that's happening, these short, like waist height black tentacles just shoot through the floorboards. And while that's happening, Maggie sees this. I'm just gonna give her an advantage on the turn, and starts running to quickly jump above onto the table here, like kind of swiping at the tentacles as they try to grab her legs, with the sword as she comes through. And it is now Moonshine's turn. Moonshine, you are invisible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Since
A
I'm just
5-minute warning on your food, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
so I go, okay, cool. It feels like I'm still, you know, in the like tables underneath me. It's not like I'm in a different plane of existence. Cool. I'm gonna go and prepare a firebolt, and I'm just gonna go ignore the weird tentacle things. Just ignore all the weird shit.
Pretend I do not see it.
Go for the ringleader. Go for the ringleader. Always go for the leader. I'm just gonna shoot off a firebolt at her because I'm just like, cool, my ice is failing me. I'm gonna try and do fire now. Because like if we can just set her or anything else on fire, like this is too much now.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Hello? It's a 14.
Okay. Roll for damage.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oh, 10. Damn.
All right. So.
They go off, sis.
Yeah.
You've been holding out.
So you crack a whip of fire at her, and it hits her directly in the chest, and you just hear her like screech, and suddenly she sounds like like this. Anyone familiar? Sound a little bit.
Actually, yeah, it sounded like. Didn't the ghouls sound like that? Or
Yeah.
one of the things that we
Or
fought.
was that one of the sounds that those things were
That's what-
making at us? The
Oh, okay.
kinku.
Maybe. Yeah. Was that a sound that the kenku were making?
No, it's when you got attacked by the ghouls.
Oh, okay.
I thought so. I was
Well,
like,
that's what I thought, but then you
Okay.
were like, I don't know.
Okay.
like a
Oh no,
ghouls
me
are-
brah. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah, and then now it is okay, so now Caldwin tries to push past you, Taurus. And is roll a strength check, Taurus.
It's a straight strength check. Be strong. Be stronger than that.
Oh.
7.
Okay, so you managed to. So he tries to push past you, and you just managed to force him back.
Ah.
And it is now your turn.
Toros is kind of doing like an over-the-shoulder lean back through the doorway, like, what is happening? Like, I've been hearing some weird stuff out here. We're seeing tentacles. We're seeing Maggie up on a table. Where is the actual like body of this being that was our elf friend?
Me. You can't see her from the room.
But if I'm
right. If you're looking over the table,
if I'm just like getting out, if I'm stepping backwards just to
like
yeah. Like if I backed out just like a little bit.
Can you see the light?
Yeah.
So right there is where the body is.
Okay.
Well, living body.
Yeah.
Or maybe not.
How so I was just thinking, how far could I reasonably expect to throw Maggie with the sword at this creature? If I wanted to just be like, you look like you've been having trouble getting over there. Let me send you over with the sword kind of situation.
That is a great question.
Like, I just want to know how realistic that would feel to my character to attempt. Because that's a good, like... That's a good 3.5 tiles from between Maggie.
15 feet.
That's 15 feet.
Yeah.
How far can I throw something heavy? D&D.
I like how the light is just hitting Maggie's butt. Just so.
Can I
It
throw?
is too. I love that. Maggie's butt is one of the stock actors of the scene.
Ripe avocados right there.
Creatures.
I love how the light's also hitting it very.
That's what I'm
like,
saying.
Yes,
what I'm saying.
yeah, exactly.
I was just like, I look over and it was just like the illuminated ass.
The answer is
That's
right
the first
there.
thing you see when you lean out the room. You're like, oh,
I'm like,
hi.
Oh right, yeah, we're in a fight.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Hey! Because I think I would wait, I would like hold till it's Maggie's turn, like till Maggie would be going to attack. And just be like, let me help you get over there. Like, is this where you want to be going? Let me throw you with the sword. Because she's got the sword, she wants vengeance. I'm just trying to help a girl out.
Okay,
like,
I'm gonna consider it a prepare action.
Yeah, so I would mostly be stepping back. Like, if I don't know how many little things I'm allowed to do, I'd probably want to be kicking this guy's sword away from him. I can, like, these kinds of little things, but I'm just assuming that mostly what I can do is step back, be ready to throw Maggie across the room as an action.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if an item would that count as a free item interaction to, like, pick up this guy's extra sword and yeet it across the room, or just sling it over my shoulder. Like, I'm trying to make sure he can't get his weapons easily if possible.
If you grab his sword, I'll consider it a free action, but you can't, like, throw it anyway.
Okay, yeah, I would take this... Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mostly trying to make sure he can't easily pick it up, so I'm holding on to it or dropping it further away or whatever I need to do to make that hard for him to immediately pick it up and attack me with it.
Okay, that's perfectly fine. Okay, so is that the end of your turn then?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all I can do, so I will be ready to yeet Maggie.
Okay, so Maggie grabs your hands and, like, kind of gets her feet on your knees and says, let's do this. And she does a quick kind of, like, lower down and then shouts, now! And then roll a strength check for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
We can do this! We can do this! Be strong! What is it?
I'm so scared.
17!
Yes!
Nice.
All right. She launches off of your knees using your shared momentum. And as she's in the air, you just hear her like with this mighty Amazonian scream.
Yes.
Oopsie. Hang on a second. There is a way around this because she totally rolled a natural one. I'm gonna I'm going to allow her to roll advantage because she is avenging the death of her father, and that's the only
But also
advantage.
she's being thrown straight at her, so like
Yeah.
very hard to miss.
She's avenging the death of her father. That's the last time I'm gonna let her use that excuse.
Everything I do is with
dead father
advantage.
card.
But my
like-
dad.
Yeah, you sound like you sound like Snape with Harry Potter. It's like you can't use the death of your parents as an excuse for everything.
That's me. Okay. Okay, so as she comes down to land, she plunges the blade deep into the center of this thing that you thought was Thalasia's chest, and pulls it and like just kind of rips it out. And you hear Thalasia kind of like scream in pain. And it is now Thalasia's turn.
Uh-oh. Rip Maggie. She has mage armor still, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she does. Okay. Oh, Lord.
I wanted the theatrics.
I
I was
forgot
like,
about
how
that.
would that look?
Suddenly, she starts like twisting her fingers around, and you can see like this kind of gas come out from the tips of her fingers, and it just exponentially multiplies until within seconds it's this thick mist, and then suddenly it just blows out and she's gone, and the mist kind of like blows out of the windows and all of the open areas, and she's just suddenly gone.
Are the tentacles gone? Or
No,
are they still hanging out with us?
they are not gone. They are still there. Hang on a second. Everyone, all the players, close your eyes. Okay, I'll tell you when. Close your eyes, Jason. Okay. Okay. You guys can open your eyes now. All right. Don't ask me anything. Don't ask me any questions. Okay, Maggie kind of gets caught a bit in the fires. She's okay, but you can tell that the fires are like getting dangerously close to her. And it is now Moonshine's turn.
So
Nice.
did the puff of smoke, was it like omnidirectional, or was it like one stream going like through the door?
It was multiple streams, but they all seem to be converging in one direction.
Wondering if I even want to like mess with these tentacles. Like I don't see the point.
Right?
I'll be right there now. I kind of just feel like opening this door and then running the fuck out.
Okay.
And like leave the house. But I also kind of want to attack that dude because actually maybe we can just, how far is he away? Try go there. That's 50.
Where is he? Is he gone? Is he still here?
He's still there.
Oh shit. Hold on.
Oh,
The 3D of this is
sorry. We're being raided by husband.
Aw.
Oh.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Hope you're all doing really well. Can we get a shout out for husband, please? Sorry, I've turned off all alerts because obviously, you know, we're doing some pretty hardcore D&D stuff, but I very much appreciate the raid. I hope you all have a great time. You were doing an art stream. Awesome. What were you streaming? Let us know. I'll respond in chat. Okay, so are you continuing? Yeah?
No, I was just checking how far away he would be, because I kind of want to restrain him.
Okay.
But what I'd rather do is run and jump, like run like a more of a long way around the tentacle, so it doesn't like try and catch me, but like get onto this table.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to yell at this guy. Actually, yeah, no, I'll just stand on the table. I like point my hand. What? Wait, am I still invisible?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I'm just gonna stand there. And I'm gonna wait for this dude to move. And then if he comes through the door, I'm just gonna like jump on him, like tackle him, and like wrestle him and try and like restrain him to capture him essentially.
Okay.
So I'm like just running, like towing, and then jumping on the table and waiting for him.
Okay. He comes through, and as he comes behind, so Taurus has their back to him, and he tries to take the opportunity to draw out a dagger from the inside of his jacket and attack. And he's gonna stab Taurus in the back.
And I'm just gonna like go, yay, and then just jump on him.
Okay. Roll a strength check, please.
And then please make the sound one more time. I didn't hear it properly the first time.
Wait, hold on. Abilities and just strength. No, that's not what I clicked. 14. It's pretty decent.
That is pretty decent.
Makes gravity do the work. It's like whoop.
Barely flop.
Yeah.
Okay. So you jump on him. You can see he has no idea what the fuck hit him. But he's now prone. Taurus, it is your turn.
You just hear yay behind you and then
Well, Taurus is feeling pretty annoyed. Looking at these tentacles, like I don't want. Do these tentacles look like they can move on their own accord, like across spaces? Like obviously they can move in their own little square or whatever, but like, do they look like they're mobile, or do they look like they're pretty much stuck in the ground?
Mm.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna turn around. I'm assuming the invisibility thing is still a thing, like. Taurus gonna be like, I don't know what just happened, but this is where I would like to, like, is it grappling when they're prone? I would like to restrain. Do I have rope? I think I have rope. I want to tie this dude up and question him intensely.
Okay. Yeah, you can do that. Roll a dexterity check.
Come on, dice. Alright, 14.
Okay. So, while he's on the ground, you very quickly hog tie him with some rope.
Excellent.
You hear me in your ear go, okay, up and over, okay.
Yeah.
You actually say that. Whatever you say, you can tell that whatever you're saying, Taurus doesn't respond to it, and it's obvious that they can't hear.
I'm so confused.
All I hear is the thump.
So Maggie gets up. Sorry, give me one moment. I need to figure out how this works. How did dexterity saving throws work? With spells. I'll figure that out. Um. Okay.
Oh, I forgot I had action surge. Sorry, carry on.
I'm gonna roll something real quick. Okay, Maggie suddenly gets up and says, "We have to go after her," and like sprints through the tentacles, and one of the tentacles tries to wrap around her leg, but she like kind of like leaps over it, and then rushes past J-Ron, and said, "Quickly, the mist went this way," and she kind of like runs off into the unknown. J-Ron, it's your turn. Random man, it is 5e, yeah. Sorry, J-Ron.
I guess I am following her because she's gonna need a bit of help, and everyone else is slightly out of the way, so I shall be booking it right behind her.
You are in the range of the tentacles that have grown. Can you please do a dexterity roll for me? A dexterity saving roll.
What does dexterity saving roll mean?
So you see in your character sheet where it says saving throws? Top left, it's a little square.
Saving throws. Okay.
One of them is
Dex.
dexterity. Click on that +3 there.
8.
Like,
8.
Am I getting hand-tied?
nah, not hog-tied, hen-tied.
Oh my god. What's the duration of this? Oh, okay. Thank God. That is true. Chris, that is true. You actually have advantage. So roll again.
Oh,
Sorry?
yeah.
You have advantage because of Chris's blessing.
What does that mean?
That means you can roll
Sorry.
again. And
Roll
take
again.
Yeah.
higher
The same
for-
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
and hope that you roll higher this time.
17.
Yeah, there, that's it.
God.
That's the
That's why
one.
you roll with advantage.
So, you know that feeling when you trip and you feel like you're about to trip, but then you like regain your, your footing? It's exactly what happens. You manage to quickly like skip over the tentacle that tries to grab you. These things are nasty. It would have totally killed you. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh.
Thank you, Quiz.
You would have taken 3d6 bludgeoning damage and been restrained.
Sounds fun.
Yeah, I shouldn't be telling you this stuff as a DM, but
learning
Okay, I don't
experience.
understand half of it anyway, so.
So where do you go? You follow her. So bring your character to wherever you
Yeah.
want within range of your movement.
Okay, so. How does one check that? Okay, no, I need that one. So she is, yeah, because I can move 6 tiles.
Mhm.
Yeah, she is like just over 5 tiles.
Okay.
I'm right at her side. Oh, well, when
In
I
the
stop
tree.
flying in the air.
Hang on, let me help you.
I am in the trees.
I'm gonna help you now.
I'm one with the trees. I'm on top of her now.
Okay, as you're chasing her, you see Thalassia hovering in between the branches of the pine trees ahead. And you can see her like holding focus onto something, like as if she's holding the focus of a spell. What do you do?
Can I still do something else?
Yeah, you got an action.
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
Mhm.
You can attack, yeah.
Okay. Could I do another magic missile at her?
You can do, yeah.
Yay! I would like to do that, please. I would like to shoot her intensely, multiple times.
She uses So as you do the same thing, the little taffy whip of energy and then the crackle. Hang on a second. However, as it's flying towards her, you see her open her eyes and they're jet black. She was concentrating and suddenly as they're coming towards her, she opens her eyes, snaps her fingers, and this shimmering barrier comes in front of her. She casts a shield spell as her reaction. Shield spell, very unfortunately, specifically stipulates that so shield spell, an invisible barrier of magical force appears and protects you until the start of your next turn. You have a +5 bonus to armor class, including against the triggering attack, and you take no damage from magic missiles. The only spell that protects against magic missiles. So that was unfortunate, but you got it real good the first time.
She knew you were coming, so she's like, no.
However, because she needed to change, because she needed to cast that spell, it broke her concentration, and everyone inside the barn, you notice the tentacles kind of like wither and decay until they kind of like float away as ash.
Excellent. Good job out there.
Not the result intended, but good result nevertheless.
It would have been difficult to break her concentration anyway while she was flying, so it's good that you got it to cast a different spell. Okay. It is now her turn. And says, so she looks at you. She looks at Emily and says, now she's got, hang on, I want to find like a voice for her now, because now she's real fucked up. I think that works. And then she casts, she suddenly like...
I don't know what you said.
It's okay.
Who's trying next?
Well, yeah, it's not supposed to be super intelligible because now she's like really not human at this point. I mean, she never was. She was an elf, but you know what I mean. Now, she uses... Suddenly, she looks intently at both of you, and then give me 1 second. Okay. She suddenly snaps her fingers. And everything becomes dark. It becomes everything around, except for you guys in the barn. You guys can see just fine, like it's the normal morning. But Emily and Jairon, it becomes pitch black, and you can't even see in front of your face, and you just hear like this evil cackling in the darkness, and you can't tell which direction it's from. Moonshine, you're up.
Lovely.
All right. Well, this guy's hog-tied and ready to go. I'm kind of like, rational mind. I'm going like, what if I leave him here and the barn keeps burning?
Funny you should say that.
Yeah.
As you're doing this,
Like, yeah.
Bertolt and Rakanshi come like, just like flying through the door with these kind of makeshift weapons, a pitchfork, a large skillet. And they've obviously come here to help.
Yeah.
What do you say to them?
Well, after trying to talk to Taurus and seeing there's like no reaction, like I was like, okay, up and under. You know how to tie one of, like I realized that there was no real reaction to my voice. If they're running in I'm just gonna... I'm gonna run through the doors. I can only move up until like the edge of the door here. That's my movement. And if they're like at the door, I'm just gonna run past them and say, no, this way. And then like...
They don't react.
Yeah.
So I was...
No, it's fine.
I don't even know why I asked you.
No, like obviously it would be like I'm not sure what this magical effect is, so I'm like this way. Okay, ignore me then. You know.
Okay.
And then like I wouldn't be able to see her from here, will I?
What you can see is this massive, I'll show you the size. It's this dome of darkness. You can't see in. It's like you can only just see outside of the tree. So everything inside there, it's this like completely pitch dark dome.
And okay, I'm gonna considering that I go okay, I'm invisible. No one can hear me. No one can see me.
Yeah.
And I just moved my 30 feet. I'm gonna dash and try and like run into the darkness, just going like, well, fuck. You know, if I can't see them, they can't see me. So I just kind of like run into the darkness.
Okay.
See how far I can get. I'm gonna run to... Oh, I wouldn't know. So just like run until I meet something. So like there.
We're being raided by Ember Aces Guild. Thank you so much, Ember Aces Guild, for the raid. I really appreciate it. We've got our muted raid alerts currently, obviously, as we're quite deep into the game, but we very much appreciate it all the same. Thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed your stream. Can we get a shout out for Ember Aces Guild, please, mods in chat? Also, Amaranth has redeemed a health potion for Toras. So Toras, suddenly you hear this like soft whispering in your ear, and the voice fills you with warmth. And at first is a question: a health potion for Toras? And then a statement: a health potion for Toras. And then you feel your pockets suddenly become more full.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Supply drop.
Okay. So you are now in the dome of darkness.
Yeah, I just ran like forward until I met something. Like until I run or like, you know, become 5 feet away from something that I can see. But I just ran straight into it. So that's why I put myself like right next to them.
So it is now Caldwin's turn. Caldwin, while Hogtied looks at Rakanshi and Bertolt and says, they attacked the elder councilwoman. Get them, you idiots! And they turn around and say, Rakanshi says, we know everything. What's his name again? Caldwin. Yeah, Caldwin. Is there a surname? Yeah. So Rakanshi looks at him and says, we know everything, elder what's his name? I keep on like reading it and then forgetting. Lancer. We know doesn't have the same impact. I have to do it so many times. We know everything, Alderman Lancer, and we're taking you to the jails. And while they're like moving through, Bertolt says to you, Toras, have you got a cupboard here?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they grab Caldwin and they start like taking him off, and Toras, it is now your turn.
Yeah, I'm pretty much gonna follow the path that was just laid in front of me. Actually, I wouldn't have seen her. I wouldn't have known. I'm gonna go the same way. That's for Todas. So just watch Jaron leave, right? Like I watched Jaron in the doorway and then leave. So I'm gonna go follow her and see if I can figure out where Jaron is. So I
Okay.
would go outside because I think that's as far as I can move without dashing. And then I would see also this dark dome. Would I, as a non-magic user, have a clue at what I was looking at, or?
I mean, you can just see that it's magic and that it's dark. That's kind of all you have the idea of.
I will shout, like, where are you? And then dash towards, like, I will shout to see, like, I don't know if sound carries into this darkness, but I will shout to say, like, I'm coming.
Okay. You in the dome, all of you can hear this, by the way. Do you respond?
I try. knowing that it won't work, I'm like, yeah, over here.
Yeah, it's me. It's your invisible sorceress.
I guess part of what I would also be saying is, like, should I enter the, like, should I come in? Like, is this, like, am I coming in, like, or stay out here and see what I can do?
J-Ron, you recognize the spell. The spell is called... Such a great question, Diane. Thanks for asking. Oh, here we go. It's a spell called Darkness, and it's a magical darkness that completely overrides all forms of vision. Creatures with dark vision can't see through it, and non-magical light can't illuminate it. If the point you choose... Okay. Yeah. The spell that created the lights is dispelled. Yeah, so it can't be illuminated through normal means, and you can't see through it with, like, creature vision or anything. So you know that it's, like, safe to be in, but it's, you know. So how do you respond to Toras?
Because I'm basically just trying to ask really quick, like, should I come in or should I stay out of this darkness? Like, to see if y'all hear me, to see if I should be entering it with you, because Toras would know it's dark, isn't going to know a lot else.
Would I know if the caster of the spell is able to see through the darkness?
You would. And no. They
can't
wouldn't
see.
They wouldn't be able to either, no.
But Taurus is, like, somewhat injured.
Yeah, I'm
They
okay.
might-
But I guess you don't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd probably shout at you to not enter and just hold off for a moment.
I would then walk up as, like, towards the voices, but stay, like, outside.
Okay.
And try to be ready to, like, jump in. I guess I would be ready if I saw an enemy, like, if I saw any sign of her, I would just have a prepared attack. But I can't do that, because I'm going to use my dash for this, so I don't have anything to prepare. I'm going to stand on the edge of the darkness and be ready to do something.
All right. Okay, it's Maggie's turn. Maggie, like, grabs your hand and says, I have an idea. And you can hear some metal scraping into the stone beneath her. And for a moment, you see a flicker of white, but it suddenly goes away. And she says, "Okay, follow me." And she grabs your hand, and she moves. Let me get in this dome. There we go. She moves. You can you can hear that her hand is scraping against the side of the barn wall, so you can hear her hand to wood, and so she's obviously feeling her way along the wall. And Jayron, it's your turn.
So non-magical light cannot illuminate it, so only, like, conjured light could.
Let me double check. You know that magical light can illuminate, but only higher than second level.
Oh.
Yeah. I'll allow you to use things like perception checks to see if you can hear anything. Your hearing hasn't been impaired.
Okay, that sounds good. I'll try that.
You want to follow her while you're doing this?
I'm weary of stumbling around in the darkness.
She is holding your hand. So I mean, you can
Then
like.
I don't really have a choice, and she's pulling me with her. Isn't
No, I mean
she?
you can like stand, and
You're
she'll
just-
obviously have to let go, or you can like follow with her.
I'll follow with her then.
Okay. So roll a perception check.
16.
You can't hear any footprints except your own, but you do hear a branch from a higher part of the tree snap around this direction.
Could I try an instinctive like firebolt in that like direction?
I'll allow that with disadvantage.
Don't know what that means.
You
Roll
roll
twice.
twice and take the lowest.
Oh, okay.
Start a little forest fire, no problem.
Lord.
You're getting off easy. We're solving their problems for them. It's not a house.
I threw a 10 and a 23. Gee.
My Okay. So, you shoot. You don't hear anything. And you don't even see the fire leave the tip of your wand, either. I mean, you obviously hear it hit the tree, but you don't hear any, like, crackling, like, anything that would indicate that something else has been set on fire. It just hits and then fizzles. But you don't hear any screams or anything weird. Okay. Suddenly, you hear a branch break just above your head. Give me a second. Give me a moment to see how this works. You suddenly hear, a sort of like, almost like as if something is being sprayed. Something thick and like quite heavy is being sprayed in your direction, like almost like a fire hose. Not a fire hose.
She just sneeze on me.
like a fire extinguisher kind of sound. And then nothing. Moonshine, you're up.
Okay, so from my perspective, I just saw, because I didn't see her at all, but I just saw these two run off that side when the darkness dissipated, right? Like I just saw them take off.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna, where's the ruler? There. 15. Like 30 feet. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna, oh my god. There. I'm gonna run there and then can I, since I'm still invisible, can I do a perception check just to see, can I see anything?
I can tell you without even doing a check, you can't see anything.
Okay, and then I'm gonna hold a spell. I'm going to hold firebolt. Yeah, firebolt. Just like in my palms, just waiting for whenever she appears. Because I'm like, where is she? What the fuck is happening? Where'd she go? People just don't disappear. No, pun intended, I guess. No, hypocrisy applied.
Man,
But
people
like,
do.
yeah,
Don't just disappear.
I'm just like standing there with like a little bowl of fire, just like very jittery and looking.
remember,
looking
she's
around. I'm like,
flying, hey? So she's probably, I mean, if you can't hear her footsteps, you can hear
No, what
their
I mean,
footsteps.
like-
So you have a rough idea of where they are.
Yeah, so if so there's still darkness around us.
Oh, yeah. No, you guys are covered head to toe.
Oh, okay. So I'm I'm gonna try and be like as close to them as possible, but I'm gonna, yeah, be wherever. If they were to say there or like I don't know, just whenever I could physically see her, I'll let the bolt go because otherwise I can't do anything else. So I'm just standing there like ready. I'll hold it as long as I need to.
Taurus, your turn.
Has the darkness in front of me moved at all, or has it stayed extremely stationary? Like,
It stayed extremely stationary.
whale. So I've heard multiple footsteps moving away, right? Like, could I hear the footsteps also of Moonshine?
Mm-hmm. You can.
Like, I can hear the footsteps of Moonshine. I can hear the footsteps of my other friends. So I can hear them all going.
However, you don't know that
away.
Moonshine's there, so for all your character knows,
True.
could be Thalasia.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Toras is feeling a little helpless right now. And by Toras I mean me.
A second, I just realized something.
Oh, I don't like it when you realize things.
I
Never works out for us.
Are you quite close to the dome, or how far are you from the dome? Are you? Do you think?
would say that I'm within I'm like the square next to it, so like within 5 feet, I guess.
So you notice as you get close to the dome, your mace starts glowing, and you can see a piece of the dome disappear in the illuminated radius of your mace.
Oh,
Lightbringer, finally.
yeah, it's all coming to me. Well, if I would notice that my mace is glowing in a way that seems to dissipate this darkness, I would then kind of like take a moment and like stick it in and kind of walk with it to be like, can I see?
You illuminate a 10-foot radius around you.
Ho ho ho! I guess then I will move into the dome.
Into the dome. Okay.
Could others in the dome see Taurus? Or
I would imagine
is
only if
Taurus
you're within my
only...
10-foot radius.
Yeah, I don't
Could
think.
you see that something...
No, you can't see. You can't see the light inside the dome unless you're within the light. Think of it like
I think I would.
ink. Think of it like
Yeah.
as if the darkness is ink itself. It's darkness, but it's not normal darkness. It's not an absence of light. It's a presence of an obscuring force, if that makes sense. So light is not going to be visible in the obscuring force because the darkness isn't an absence of light. Does that make sense?
No, but carry on.
Bringing a lot of photophysics into the equation.
So I would then be here. I would walk towards where I thought I heard my friends moving and possibly their attacker. So this is as far as I can walk. Would I have any clues as to what I'm looking at this point? Like, so I'm gonna go stand about right here.
You can't see anything except the footprints, but you can see 3 sets of footprints, not 2.
Would I recognize my own party's footprints at this point, or no?
Moonshine, doesn't your character wear like pretty heavy-heeled boots?
I guess, yeah, like stylistically, maybe.
You notice that one of the heels is deeper than the others, and Thalasia wasn't wearing heeled boots.
I'm just gonna take a gander that these are my friends' footprints and move towards my friends because I want to know what's happening. So in that case, then I would use my dash action to.
You can also
move
call
forward
out
and-
to them, telling them to move
Oh,
back
yeah.
because you've got the light.
That's true. I would say, I got light! Come over here! And then I would prepare my action to attack with the Lightbringer on being attacked. Or as soon as, if I could see and have reasonable access to swing the Lightbringer at whatever this person is that we're actually fighting, then I would do that. Otherwise, I'll stand and call out to my friends. That's a good call.
Okay. Maggie now whispers an incantation And suddenly, you just hear her like whisper something, and suddenly behind all of you, this, not a light, but almost like a 3D trace of you guys illuminates up over here. Very briefly, like so from where she is, you can see these silver strands shoot out from the direction that her voice comes from, snap onto this location and pull back to reveal the echo of where you were, which briefly illuminates around there, and you can see Thalasia for just a split second, standing. Hang on a second. Floating just behind and out of range of Toras's light, and I'm also out of focus a little bit. But as you see her for just a second, where she's lightly illuminated, something is gone. Something is very different. She has extra appendages. Her eyes are multi-lensed. Her hair is falling out, and she is looking like some kind of eldritch abomination creature, and like a spider octopus hybrid. She still has like a semi-humanoid form, but you can just see that she has changed, and not for the better, I might add. Jayron, it's your turn.
Well, I'm definitely moving towards the sound of Taurus's guiding words and like dragging Maggie with me. Like, we're going this way. But I am going to seek out Taurus and the Lightbringer.
So you pull Maggie, Spoctopus. You pull Maggie, and suddenly you hear like the like rasping of metal against some like a cloth material, and then like a tear.
Cloth.
Like, have you cloth?
Cloth.
And then
Cloth.
suddenly like a tear. Have you ever like pulled sellotape apart and it makes that kind of sound?
Uh-huh.
It's that sound. And you can feel Maggie, like, there's a lot of tension for a second, and then suddenly she falls on top of you, and she says, "Oh no, I've lost the sword. It pulled on something." And you hear, like, you can hear in the darkness this, like, something that's quite taut being plucked. Like a washing line. Have you ever pulled on a washing line that's made that kind of, like, boing, like that? It's exactly that.
Okay.
That sound. Okay. What do you do?
Don't really. I understand what everything sounds like, but I don't understand what's happened.
So, yeah, I kind of want to keep it that way because you're in pitch black. Can't really see what's going on.
I keep going towards Taurus.
But you understand that she's lost the sword to something.
And we can't see it in the dark, so we're not going to find it without light. Therefore, we need to go to the one who has the light.
Cool. So, you move in range. I'll just move you if you want. Oh, actually, you know what I can do? Aha!
Ooh.
There we go. So, you're all around Taurus now, and you can suddenly see everything. What's also very interesting is that even though you can't see Moonshine, you can see the shadow that Moonshine casts in the magical light. And you can see her
see this?
footprints as well. Yeah, you can see it as well, and you can see her
I
footprints.
try and like wave, like
You can see the waving in the shadows.
hello.
Cool.
Kodos is just like shaking their head, like, at least it wasn't the giant fire this time.
My God.
It would
Okay.
have solved all our problems, though.
I mean, you're not wrong. You know, why break from tradition? Set the whole barn on
Yeah.
fire. You still have an action, by the way.
I can't think of anything to do.
You could
I can't.
prepare a fighting movement.
Well, you also did get a quick snapshot of where Thalasia is.
I was gonna ask, would that trigger my whole held action?
It would,
Oh, yeah.
wouldn't it?
Yeah. I was gonna...
Go for it.
I said it was firebolt, right?
Yeah.
Sounds familiar.
19.
Okay, roll. For damage, I mean. Obviously.
What is...
You're rolling 9.
Oh my god.
Nice.
Yeah, 9.
It's a D10, right?
I just stand there going,
Fire!
Okay.
like a ninja star.
So you you see the firebolt shoot off into the darkness, and as it goes out of range of the light, it suddenly disappears, but you can still hear it. And then you just hear this coming from the direction of the darkness. And
Nice.
You see the shadow just go.
And yeah. Okay. Jaron, did you want to do anything? Hold an action? Just kind of shoot randomly in that direction, or what?
Let's shoot randomly in that direction. Why not? What have we
Okay,
got to
roll
lose?
to hit.
Oh lord, this is about to be sad. Really sad. Oh, it's sad. It's really sad. It's 8.
The wrong sound.
I was going to
like,
say,
what?
my
Not the
fireball
right
fell
sound.
in the pond.
It was so bad. It turned into water.
Okay, so you whip it
Wrong
out.
spell, sorry guys.
So you whip out your firebolt, and you don't actually hear anything. But
All
now,
these trees are gonna be on fire when.
Yeah.
It's fine, guys. We saved the town, but the whole thing's burnt down. It's fine. We saved it though.
okay. Suddenly, oh la la. Give me a second.
The fire.
Suddenly, the darkness dissipates, and you see, in a second, you see huddled over on the rocks, with burn marks and a deep wound in his chest. Albinus is huddled over the rocks, and he looks at you and says, I ran as soon as I heard what was going on. Help! I've been hit by a firebolt.
Inside check.
Roll.
Cause like, why would Albinus suddenly appear? Like that's not. I don't trust it. No! I rolled a. Oh no, it's a 7. Never mind. I thought I rolled a 1. The 1 and the 7 on D&D Beyond looks exactly the same. I rolled an 8.
Yeah. So you don't really. You can see that he's clearly injured, and his voice is shaking. He's, and sounds, for all intents and purposes, like Albinus.
Toras would be looking around to see for evidence for where the creature was that we just saw over there.
So you look around, and you can see behind you guys over here. There is, like, right behind you, there is webbing. There's like this large, slimy, gooey web weaved in between the trees, and the sword is stuck to the web. But other than that, sorry, I realize you're waiting for more information. But other than that, you can't roll an investigation check or a perception check, rather.
Perception. Roll higher than that. 9.
You don't see any evidence of the creature anywhere.
Could I roll one of those things to see if I could pick anything up?
Sure. Yeah. Go for it.
Because I still don't fully believe that it's Albinus.
What did you
So
roll?
what would I
Oh,
roll for
insight.
that?
Sorry, insight check.
Oh. 19.
You so while you're listening to Albinus telling you what he said, you pick up something so subtle and so familiar, and you remember the first time you met Delacia, the way that she lifted her head up ever so slightly and looked down on you. And it's not a particularly unusual micro expression, but there was something so very idiosyncratic about it. And you look at Albinus and you can tell that that is not Albinus.
Could I at all like murmur / whisper this to my comrades?
Yeah, you can.
I would like to do so. Like,
Okay.
do not trust the bitch in apartment 2B.
I'm so sad
Oh, what
that
a
show
good
got
show.
cancelled. How did it got cancelled? Oh
I'm just
god.
gonna like, I need to watch that again now.
Me too.
Like-
Oh my god. It's so funny watching that and then watching Jessica Jones, and I was like,
Oh my God.
what the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, so you whisper that. Moonshine, it's your turn.
All right.
Also, suddenly, by the
So-
way, suddenly. No, you know,
Suddenly
nothing.
I see- And I'm still invisible. How long does it last, or is it just?
Can't tell you.
You're stuck like this forever, babes. Get used to it.
Oopsie
Okay.
poops.
Look really
I'm
skinny
gonna-
though.
Wow.
I'm gonna
Skinny.
I'm gonna walk over to the sword and yoink it out of the webbing, since like I'm invisible and they're all like just standing there. It's like, okay, I'm closest. I can just quickly like sneak
Roll a
off and
strength check.
yoink it. I don't know why it had to exit my character. 1 second.
Suddenly, nothing happened. Wow, the climax.
Ooh, 18.
Okay,
Ooh.
you
Nice. Someone was feeling powerful.
yeah, you
Someone
rip
went to
the
gym.
sword. You rip the sword out from the webbing and slice through it in the process. Was that it?
Yeah, I basically just take it and I kind of like, I don't know if can you see it hover, like is
Yeah,
it
it
Oh,
looks
can
like
you
it's-
see the sword?
It looks like
Wait,
it's
wait,
floating.
wait,
Once she interacted
Yeah,
with it, or
that-
would it disappear with her?
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Like, does
Oh
it
no, you
just
can see the
into
sword.
it?
You can see the sword like you can see the sword just hovering. But your shadow isn't being cast anymore, by the way. But
Yeah,
they know
so
that.
it's
I
not
mean,
magically.
I mean, they know it's you.
So I just walk over to Maggie, take her hand and like shove it into this. Like, and I know I can't talk, but I like very
Like, kind of
harshly
shake
say-
her hand, like a little bit, like you got this.
But also like just harshly say, try and not lose it this time.
Okay.
God.
You can vaguely hear this muffle like, like someone's trying to speak through a balloon. Okay, Tordas, it is your turn.
Well, I would have heard the warning that this is not our friend.
Smack.
I'm like,
Walk
So
up
I'll
to
be
him and be
like,
like, friend.
Jason, your camera
I'll
froze for a second as you said that, and you just like literally were standing so still, and I just heard smack him, but your lips didn't move, and I was like, what the fuck? So creepy.
Ventriloquism.
I'm the enemy now.
Smack him.
illusion, next level spell. All right. Yeah, I think I would like try to keep a poker face and be like, "Oh, I'm like you're hurt, you're injured. Don't move. Let me help you."
Roll a deception. Roll a deception roll.
Deception. Oh, -1. I'm real good at this.
-1.
Oh
Num-
no!
What did you roll?
Well, I rolled a 2, but I have a -1, so I rolled a 1.
Dirty one.
Yikes. You are not
So
good
I
at
will.
this.
I would be saying this terrible lie as well. I moved forward to what I would hope would be unsuspectingly suddenly attack with Lightbringer was the end goal of that movement. So
Okay.
I would have been moving forward, saying that, and then being ready to whip out an attack.
So at first, Albinus watches you coming over to him, and as you say what you say, he thinks for a moment, and then you can suddenly see in his eyes he realizes what's about to happen. What do you do?
Oh,
Smack him anyway.
I know, what is there to do? Kodas is not very eloquent. I speak better with my weapons.
Go.
Yeah, so I think mostly all that would do is seeing this would just make me drop the facade and move faster, because the whole idea was the facade. The whole idea was to let me get close enough without them reacting.
Yeah.
So at whatever point I would just drop whatever I was trying at and race forward as fast as possible to strike. So I would just be leaping forward to strike.
Roll to hit.
Oh, 17. I have a +6. Cool.
Wow.
I was like 11. Damn it! But 17's may still not hit, but better than expected.
Okay, so as you run, and I assume you just in both hands just do a jumping strike and bring it down on him. So as you do that, you suddenly see his eyes flicker back to green, which they weren't originally, and picture this in slow motion. Albinus brings up his hand, and as he's doing this, parts of the illusion that made up Albinus's flesh kind of disintegrate away, like a la Avengers, the Snap style, revealing the old, haggard, weird, kind of cryptozoological flesh that Thalassia has now inhabited. But at the same time, this very slight, almost invisible but reflective sheen comes over her arm, and you can see this kind of shield cover around her. And as you bring down the Lightbringer, you see it glow brighter than you've ever seen it before, to the point where it's almost hard to look at for everyone else. And it breaks straight through the shield spell and down onto Thalassia's head, and bam, just like that, her body becomes limp and lifeless, and she hits the floor, stops, and writhes like a snake for a couple of moments, and then stops. And she's dead.
Oh, Torres!
Yes!
Sorry, that clap was a bit loud. Sorry for anyone who got startled by that.
Moonshine is fighting the urge to invisibly go and teabag her. No one can see, no one can judge me.
You actually, okay, so you do that, and then while you're doing that, suddenly you're visible again, and everyone sees you.
Hey, everyone wants to do this, so don't judge me. Mid squat, just don't judge me. You want to do it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, with that, everyone, I'm gonna wrap it up because it's quite late, and this is our final episode. So I'm gonna tell you how this ends. You all head back.
I'll tell you how I got this ring.
This is how I met your mother.
and I'm clean. So you all head back. So okay. What's his name again? I keep forgetting this guy's name. Rakanshi and Bertolt take Baldwin to the cell, and you find the rest of the council members magically put to sleep in Thalassia's lodgings. And once you wake up everybody, you obviously convene and have a meeting at hang on, this battle music is getting irritating now. I'm going to change it to something more interesting.
Finale, end of the story, wrap up,
Soft violin.
Resolution.
Violins, flutes.
We did it! Yay!
We are the champion.
Boom. Exactly. What's a cool one? No,
What
this
else
is
wants
quite...
to hold on to the Lightbringer?
Honestly, Taurus deserves it after that move.
Yeah.
See, that's your weapon now, sweetie.
It's like, Albinus, I think you can't hold your magic, so...
Yeah.
Um,
Or just gaslight Albinus, be like, you never had Lightbringer. What are you talking about?
No, it was always
Do you
good.
remember? No, and you no. Shame, sweetie. I think
I
you
cast
dreamt
modify
it.
memory.
oh my god. Okay, so you all reconvene at the council chambers, and upon explaining to everybody what really happened, everyone is prepared to give Emily a pardon on the case of defensive manslaughter. And what's her name? Courtney Wilkes. You know, the cousin of the person you found dead?
Yeah.
Courtney actually says, Courtney makes a comment about how in all the years that she's lived here, she's never had quite such great hospitality, and it would be a real shame to experience that hospitality from behind bars. So Emily is given a full pardon. Her father is exonerated of the serial murders, and she is allowed to operate the tavern full time. And they've even said that they will pay for some renovations in honor of her father.
Oh.
Caldwin.
Did they display the sword or something like nicely in the tavern?
Oh,
or is that
right.
now part of the
That would be
council?
really sweet, yeah.
Yeah.
They Caldwin, after being interrogated, explained that Thalassia, when about 17 years ago, she was obsessed with using magic to basically commit financial fraud. And in her obsession with magic, she had come into contact with a quasit, which is a type of pseudo demon that basically infects people who are greedy or exhibit any kind of like greed-based moral issue. And over the years, it kind of mutated her a bit. And she, yeah, just a smidge.
She was a spider octopus. I don't know that classifies as a bit.
And
she created her own species.
Yeah. And what she was doing was she was killing any incoming mercantile representatives that were undermining her hold on the town's finances. Because what would happen is a lot of people would find out that some of the ledgers were being doctored, and goods would be going missing, and things that were ordered were never had any payment receipt, but were claimed to be paid for. And it started off as small things, and then it became like hardcore fraud, embezzlement, that kind of stuff. And Angus had found out, Angus Heisenberg, Emily's father. And by this time they were already investigating the murders with the assistance of those four adventurers. And what had happened was that while Angus was helping them look into that, he discovered a discrepancy in the ledgers. And through a process of elimination, he determined that it was, in fact, Thalassia who was doctoring the ledgers. And when she had found out, she obviously had him killed and framed, along with the four adventurers. And what she didn't know is that the sword that what's this guy's name that blacksmith made for the warrior mage contained an echo of the event that he had made just before he died as evidence. And the only reason she found out is because Gabby Glownose is a character you actually didn't meet in this run. She's the town sage. And she had found it and managed. She had found it amongst the wreckage and managed to detect the spell that was within it, and spent a few years cracking it with the assistance of some magical reagents, such as the jewels that you found receipts for, and the flux. She was trying to reverse engineer the spell, and she had discovered it and was blackmailing them, Thalassia and Caldwin, for basically privileges on the council. And that morning that you all went out to go and confront them, they had actually killed Gabby and taken the original blade. Gabby had placed an enchantment on the blade that if it was in the possession of anyone who wasn't her, it would immediately return back to her and duplicate in spots that had remained still for too long. And Thalassia had discovered that using a magical ward that she had placed around the council area. And when she killed Gabby, the illusion dispelled. She managed to take the blade for herself.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
someone in chat was like, not Gabby, the person we never met.
she was done dirty.
Yeah.
Justice for Gabby.
For Gabby. So there was a third murder throughout this campaign.
We didn't even know.
Get to.
Didn't even know.
like
Just got so tired after the first two. We were like, you know what, whatever.
Yeah.
It's like Hot Fuzz, you know, like we just roll in and suddenly it's like murder upon murder upon murder. It's like, what is going on here?
Yeah, so that is the conclusion of the Iceblood campaign. It's my first homebrew. And get this, I've been DMing since 2004. This is the first Dungeons and Dragons campaign I have actually finished, like from start to finish.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
know.
that is a accomplishment. They all just fizzle and die.
No, it's just like my thing is like I'll start a campaign and then it becomes such a pain because you're playing with people who I always play with new people, and with new people it's either like, okay, this was fun but I'm not really like, it's not my thing, and then they'll stop playing, or it'll be a campaign module that I'm just really not into and then I kind of stop as well. And
well, the
yeah,
natural D&D thing is like, oh, we can't make time for it, and then you just
stop.
do
Yeah,
it.
which was happening to us for a while.
Yeah.
Chris was like, this was the greatest one shot ever. Oh my god, I can't believe I thought this would ever be a one shot. Oh goodness.
Hey,
But it is a
fun.
finished campaign, one way or
That
the
it
other.
is.
We
Yes,
did
That
it.
it
folks.
is.
So how does where does the story take you, adventurers, after what you've been through? What's
To
your
bed. I'm tired.
Yeah, okay.
This has been
Leon
a long
is
few
like,
days.
the festival is over. It's literally the only reason I was here. Bye. I'm leaving.
on that note,
Stop.
by the way, the villagers actually underneath the statues of the four heroes that died 15 years ago, they place little idols in your likeness just by the
Aw.
feet, and a footnote plaque underneath with each of your names and a little blurb about your heroic deeds.
Aww. Mine says Moonshine accused everyone except the actual
Actual-
villain.
And tried to kill her own teammates. Great help.
Oh lord. Moonshine. If there's a killer, I'll kill them, and everyone else. Oh god.
Everyone's guilty.
Everyone will die, whether I intended or not. Oh goodness.
I feel like Toros would want to I feel like Toros has created emotional bonds now. Like Toros probably hasn't had a lot of like friends in life as like a mercenary, like veteran style character, but kind of has liked this like was so compelling for Toros that even if Toros isn't gonna like stay in town forever, we'll probably make this kind of like a home base to come by and like check in on Maggie regularly, or Emily, I guess, to check in regularly and just
Like
kind of
once a
like, you know,
year.
it's like a regular stop where maybe come by and stay for a little while and just check in and like be like, any other shenanigans I need help with before
Do I need to
carry
whack
on?
anyone else? Who's been
I'm
messing
not a
with you?
cleric, but who needs a baptism of fire?
Oh my god. Speaking of clerics, Albinus recovered from his magic-induced sickness, and was very proud of you all. You managed to do all of this without him and not die this time. Yeah. Special shout out to Ready Set Ben for that. He was playing Albinus, but his schedule got really swamped, and he just said that we can go ahead without him because he wasn't going to be free on a Sunday for a while. And yeah, Ben unfortunately missed the last session, but I'll let him know that it went really well, and that Albinus played a special feature role for just a moment towards the end game.
He was
Feel a
part
little
of-
guilty now if we're putting it that way.
I mean,
Smashed him
Albinus
with the
made a
hammer.
cameo and then we killed him.
um,
This is our story now.
oh
You
goodness,
can't
wow.
sit with us, Albinus.
You did. Okay, so before we all say goodbye and raid another streamer, do any of you have some closing words? And obviously some shout outs to your channels. We'll start with Anne.
Well, first of all, thanks for having me. I had a
You're
lot of fun.
absolutely welcome.
I know, like, we had a bit of a chaotic process
Yes.
getting everything going, but
Yeah, it's just
I've been yeah, right, like that's what I've been learning about D&D. Like I still feel relatively new. I keep realizing I've actually played coming close to a year now, but it's all been like
Okay.
relatively casual, mostly with like family, like with my siblings. Like I haven't really been doing like intensive D&D playing, but I knew I was really enjoying it, so this was really fun to have the opportunity to do it like live on stream with some people and get to know y'all, and I've just had a blast. So,
Well, it's
yeah.
been such a pleasure getting to know you as well. And Anne is actually a member of a Rainbow Arcade, like myself. We're part of the same stream team. And when I mentioned in Rainbow Arcade that I was doing this, Anne was actually the first person to reach out to me, and we had never actually really spoken before.
Yeah.
But it's been so great to get to know you and become better friends. And
Yeah,
I hope we can do more streaming together.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Aw.
But yeah, that's my commentary. I mean, as far as like who I am, for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm Anne Dorco. I am a musician. I like to call myself an IRL chaotic good bard. Like that's
Same.
kind of my thing. I like to tell stories, and a lot of that is in fact through music, with a lot of originals. And so you can always find me making content here on Twitch. Either I've been doing a lot of variety lately, but I'm moving back into music. So I've been like this morning I was actually writing a song live, or this afternoon I was writing a song live, and like I do music production, and then a lot of those songs end up on Spotify later. So you can always check out what I've
That's
done in the
so
past
cool.
on Spotify.
That is amazing.
I keep forgetting to look at your Spotify. Thank you for reminding me.
For
Do you
shame.
ever, do
Doing
you
it right
ever do
now.
like ad lib like songs where you just go, these are the basic lyrics, add these blanks, and then just
I
make-
haven't quite done that yet, but that sounds like a lot of fun. I have done like spontaneous, like I'll just play a bunch of chords and sing a bunch of crap like off the top of my head, like, but yeah,
like a choose your own adventure, but it's a song,
Right.
and it's
Yeah.
like a foot randomly in a song.
I found you.
yeah, that's me. Yeah, so yeah, I'm not like music and sharing my life, my stories, and like what I've learned, and like hopefully encouraging other people, like because life can suck sometimes. The world is extremely chaotic and difficult,
Yeah.
and so just to kind of put what I've learned, my experiences, help people feel less alone, and share hopefully the hope that I've also learned over time. Just kind
Gosh,
of
we all
share
need a
that
bit of
through what I
that.
do.
Awesome.
So I kind of like to like balance like how difficult life is with how much cool stuff there is to experience and explore still in life and in the world. So it's kind of like a snapshot of who I am and the content I make.
That is
Side note,
beautiful.
Anne's Twitter account is super wholesome, so you really should follow her there. Honestly, every
I
time I come
second
across
that.
her post on my timeline, I'm always just like, oh, I needed this.
Aw, thank you.
And then Bianca.
Hi.
Hi. Where is Dylan? Is he still behind you?
He's that mountain over there.
He's the lump.
Aww. Sweet.
He's me. So just before I go into who I am, I just want to say, Midnight would 100% have made a fake statue of Albinus.
Well, I don't know who Midnight is.
I mean, sorry, Midnight, Moonshine. There we go, Moonshine. My brain was like, why does
Identity crisis?
like I would have.
She didn't just go invisible. She split
I'm
in
a new
half.
person. She would have like made a fake statue.
Okay.
And, like at night, swapped it out with Albinus's statue, like while everyone, and then just stolen it. Because it's like a one-of-a-kind thing and I want to sell it on... It's a cleric. Obviously some, God-fearing human would want this statue in their house.
Oh my god, I'm telling Ben.
100%.
Okay.
So I was like, which one could I sell easier? Probably the Holy Man. Let's take the Holy Man.
That's fair.
And I would have probably enlisted.
Wait, no,
Taurus's-
that's lame. He's the only one that didn't actually participate in the final battle. There's like
That
the
too, he
hero
doesn't
value
deserve-
lowers.
He doesn't deserve an actual
Oh,
statue.
okay, that's fair.
That too.
I mean, he did save your life, but okay.
I saved his by killing everyone. It's an equal exchange.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's go with that. And then I would have enlisted Taurus's services to just travel with me if I went to an area that would like, I need to go get some shit there. Do you want to come with me?
Yeah.
Keep me safe.
Kodos is like,
Maybe.
all right, let's go.
Okay.
Let's do it. Sweet.
But other than that, that's what we're trying to do.
And where can we find you? Can we get a shout out for That's Pretty Low, please, in the Twitch chat?
Hello. I am a human being on the internet. I do cool things like make music. I haven't streamed in a while, but that's because I moved. Hopefully I'll get back into that soon. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter. You can either look for Cthulhu or at That's Pretty Low. And I do sometimes run a adventure game, like a D&D adventure game on Twitter. So it's like a poll where it has like a whole storyline. You can
Sorry,
follow
I think I spelled this wrong. What's your Twitch name?
Cthulhu.
Oh, I did That's Pretty Low.
Ah, there you go.
Am I doing it right this time?
But otherwise,
it.
yeah, that's where you get me. And it was really fun to play some D&D again.
It was lovely to have you. Thank you for being our last minute replacement that ended up being like quite an integral part of the group. I can't even remember who you replaced. Was it Kevin?
Yeah, it was.
It was
No,
Kevin.
Yeah, it was Kevin.
Yeah, I didn't know any of these people going in, so to me it was just like, all right, here we are.
It feels like such a
Honestly, like,
long time ago that we started.
It kind of was.
I don't even remember Kevin. Kevin who?
Kevin who? But like, I probably would never have interacted with I almost called him Kevin, Ben, and like Sean. Everyone, I know Nick. We would have hung out a little bit. I mean,
Who's
like,
Sean?
it's been such... I'm sorry. What's King's Hellfire's name?
Oh, Jason.
Jason, thank you.
Yeah.
My name. I'm bad with names.
I
Like
was like,
literally.
no, can I
so
tell you,
bad
I'm
at
the
names.
worst with names. When we were at the sanctuary yesterday, there's the guy who lives there with my friend Nicola.
Jason's just like,
I've literally known this man for like 4 years now, and he even reintroduced himself to me because it's been a while since I've seen him. His name's Rowan, and I kept on calling him Roy, and eventually someone said Rowan, and I was like, I don't think that's right.
Why are you calling Roy?
I don't know. I'm so dumb.
So yeah, that was like I know it's an easy name. Why can't I remember an easy name? Sorry, Jason. But yeah, it's just been really great to hang out with people that I would normally not. That's what D&D does.
Likewise. Jason, tell us your secrets. Where does J-Ron go
What's your
from here? What's your name?
What do you mean?
Who are you again? Well, my guy he's like a
Oh.
retired arcade investigator, and I mean, he came to the town to just sort of follow up on the folklore. Now he's become part of the folklore. So I actually think he
You
might
were offered
make
a job,
this...
by the way. Courtney, Courtney, who's obviously head of the law enforcement here, actually offers you a job as a full-time investigator.
Ooh.
Not bad.
You become
Definitely, J-Rod would have accepted that very happily, and yeah, would have probably continued to live out his days protecting this like little town that he came to know and love, and like probably like spends most of his nights at like Maggie's Tavern. Like he's probably like the most regular there.
Ah, the feels you got. And Jason, you don't stream, but you do have a pretty cool Twitter. So cool, in fact, that Lady Gaga herself actually follows Jason. I am not even kidding. It is an actual fact. The Queen, Lady Gaga herself, actually saw this person's Twitter and was like, "Yup, this is where it's at."
Don't know her. I don't know her.
Shut the fuck up. Yes, you do.
That's like the same energy as when she tweeted, "What's Fortnite?"
Oh my god, yes, I love that
and
so
like
much.
the world just lost its collective mind.
Oh my god. And also
But
we
yeah, no,
have you
this
to
was
thank.
really amazing. I loved meeting everyone, and also this was my first D&D campaign ever, which is why I spent most of it in confusion.
You
but
rocked it.
nevertheless, it was fun.
You did so much damage. I think you did the most
Yeah.
damage to the boss at the end of the campaign. Yeah, you did the most damage. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I had already planned for someone to die during that tentacle phase, because those tentacles hit really fucking hard.
Mm-hmm.
And you not only managed to get through them alive, but you also broke her concentration, which broke the spell.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you did
What
really
can I
well.
say?
Very
I'm a
handy,
bad
yeah.
bitch.
I'm a bad bitch. Oh,
But no,
God.
this was amazing, and I had such a fun time with everyone. I really loved this.
Well, I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say we had a fun time with you as well. And we also have you to thank for this incredible, for the incredible graphics.
Yeah.
All of this, including the promo work that you've made, it's just amazing. Thank you so much, Jason. And also thanks to Jason, this will be going up on our YouTube, and you can see that on my socials. Let me just give that to you guys in chat. Yeah, we're just gonna put it together, and you can catch, if you didn't catch all of it, don't worry, it will be up on YouTube, and you can see it all episodically in the same album on YouTube. They're albums, right? Is that what it's called?
Playlist.
Whatever, that thing. You can see it there. I'm good at the YouTube. Awesome. We're gonna raid someone real quick. Do you, players, do you mind holding on real tight while I quickly find someone to raid?
Hold it.
do
Yeah,
you
I
have
was
any-
literally holding onto the table, like,
Oh
hold it.
Lord.
I'm holding up
Holding,
for a
holding,
hero to
holding.
the middle
Yeah, there we go, that's better.
night.
Okay. Do we have any suggestions? The people that are on my list at the moment, I've rated already quite a lot. Do any of you have any friends you want us to
Let me
raid?
have a look. If it'll load.
Yeah, I'm also looking at this now.
Chris says in chat, Nick sounding like a Scooby-Doo villain. I was gonna kill someone, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for you meddling king. Oh my god.
I love that. Oh, I love that so much.
Have you seen that meme of like Freddy and Daphne and Velma like holding onto each other, being like, please, we've given you all the Scooby snacks we have. And Shaggy in like this green robe is riding like this giant mutated Cthulhu looking Scooby. And Shaggy is like, silence, brother Frederick. This is no time to be covetous.
I need that in my life. I absolutely need that in my life.
I'll send it to you.
Oh my god, what name is that, Anne?
It's funnier than I'm making it sound.
I've got Misha Crossing, Frank the Pegasus, and Pictobeam.
Oh, that's
all
not
live.
one name. I thought.
No, those are 3 different people who are live.
Like, damn, that is a strong first, middle, and last name. Sure.
I was like, you can use your own name as a password.
Look. Okay. I know Misha Crossing. I've raided Frank the Pegasus recently, so I'm gonna raid Pictobeam.
Okay.
I don't know who they are.
Playing Monster Hunter stories.
Cute. Okay. Boom. And with that, thank you everyone for joining us. We will be continuing. Season 2.
All right. So Kina no longer needs to worry about it.
Oh God, sorry, I need to mute this. We'll be continuing season 2 later in the month. I will just need to organize a new campaign and some new cast or alt cast. You're all welcome. Yeah, we'll obviously I'll just see you with my normal streaming in the meantime, and then you'll see on my socials when I organize for season 2. And with that, I'll hit the credits and then I'll mute us on the stream so that we can talk freely in the Discord. All right, bye everyone. Thanks for joining us. Yay!
Bye.
Bye.